Get us out of here. For 100 years we have lived in a state of fear. The police hung us like we're deer. Yasharal has shed so many tears. Yahuwah, we need you. Yahusha, we need you. Yahuwah, our Aloha, deliver us. America with the triple K. Judgment surely is coming your way. For 400 years oppressed, for 400 years distress. Away white supremacy will fall. Babylon will fall, America will fall. Yahuwah, burn it all down. Yahusha, burn it down. Bring fire and pestilence to every heathen that's around. We had enough, oh my Father, how much longer, oh why? Oh, it don't make sense. Father, we need some recompense. Burn it down. Babylon, burn it down. Abba, burn it down. Oh, yeah. My down. My baby, oh, yeah. 400 years. To hell with Donald Trump. Hair slicked back like Donald Duck. Kamala Harris ain't black. I ain't siding with no Democrats. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are back at it again. All praises to the Most High. I know I did like 2 streams already. This is my 3rd stream. You know what? Honestly, family, I was not planning on doing this. But you know what? I was like, why not? I've never done like a show like this where we're just live reacting to certain things going on. And considering that, you know, this is what all the rage is about. And honestly, I'm pretty sure many of us aren't going to be able to even go about our evening without this being talked about. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we just watch the results live, right? Now, let me put a disclaimer. I do not support either side. Then you might be like, well, yeah, sure. Why even watch it? Who wins and who gets in office is going to reveal to me what's coming to this nation. And it will also reveal to me what I've surmised about our people. If Trump wins, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, persecution is coming up on our people. And I think he is the face of the persecution of the true Israelites. Kamala, on the other hand, I feel like if she wins, it's really going to be enough to drive the people that support Trump to persecute us. So either way it goes, you get in persecution. I'm sorry, Yasharal. This is just what we're going to see before we get about these lands. Either way, it doesn't matter who wins, bro. It's going to be bad for us. All right? But, you know, not so much for those of us who are in your Uyusha, right? All praises. Okay. I do think it's going to be Trump, though, and the reason why I think it is, I could be wrong. It's just my prediction. I'm not a prophet. Y'all know that. I'm just a Negro who just look at things for what they are. Before we look at this, I think this can go one of two ways. I believe it could be that Trump wins fair and square, and the Democrats start raging and wilding out, and something could happen from that. Or I believe it's going to look like he's going to win. And then at the last moment, sorry, this is a misfire. False alarm. And then them folks are going to rage out that support him. Now, why do I think it could be Trump? I think it could be Trump because, again, I'm thinking about the persecution of the true children of Yahuwah, and he's perfect for that. I also believe he is perfect for the agenda of the New World Order. We talk about Christian nationalism. We talk about Project 2025. We talk about, the next pandemic. Elon Musk, the brain chip technology, all the technologies he has invested in, the sundown towns and the face of white supremacy and all of that. And then on top of that, how they kind of reeled Negroes into supporting him. I do believe he's going to be the perfect person for what they have planned for this country, as far as, what they do. So we're going to just look at some of this election coverage. Like I said, I could be wrong. I am not making a prediction here. I'm just telling you how I see it. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, so be it. But right now, it's looking like Trump is in the lead in many states, whatever that means. Take a look at this. I think this is very telling. Look at all these red states and look at all the blue states. And I believe that the light blues are, I'm assuming that's also Democrat. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that's what we're looking at here. But this right here says a lot. And this is why I say it could go either way, because it could look like he's winning. And then at the last moment, they could be, well, you know what? I don't know. But then another side of this could also be, we can't count the votes. There's been some election fraud. So we're going to have to put this off and put this off and put this off, put this off. There's a lot of things to factor in how all of this could go. Now, the ones that are brown and completely dark gray, the brown ones are still being counted. And then the dark gray ones are the ones that are not yet out yet. But if you look at this, family, according to the selection, because there's the selection has already been made. This part right here is just so more about kind of messing with people's minds and mentally manipulating them into believing there has not already been a Freemason, whether it's him or her, that have proven themselves to be ready for the next stage of, the New World Order, right? So, but if you look at this, he's at 177 and she's at 99, okay? Now, according to the selection, or what they tell us, one of them needs 270 to win, okay? And so far, it's looking like he's winning it, right? Now, we're going to look at a few videos that are also covering this, because I'm interested to see what the mainstream media is saying concerning all of this. So let me go ahead and switch over here to Fox Now. Here we go. We're gonna go to the Republican platforms And we're going to go to the Democrat platform because I like to have both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not biased. Stupid ass.
Chance.
All right, here we go.
I want to thank everyone I have met along the way for sharing your stories with me. And to the thousands and thousands of people from every corner of this state who helped to build this campaign, I am forever grateful for your support. Thank you for believing in the promise of
Hallelujah. Yahuwah. What's up, sis? Yes, Yahuwah, Yahusha, guitar vote always and forever.
And if I didn't earn
All
your
praises.
vote in this election, I hope to earn your trust by working hard for you as your governor. I pledge to listen and work across party lines to do what's right for North Carolina because no person or party has a monopoly on good ideas. To all of the smart
Trump winning seems like part of the plan. I'm going to be honest, sis. That's what I'm saying. I do think that, listen, it takes a lot of money and incentive and effort to be able to rope the Black community into supporting him. You got to think about these rappers. You got to think about people who, you know what I'm saying, were once talking about him in a negative way that are now saying, oh, he'll fix the economy, he'll do this, he'll do that. Listen, we know Babylon is falling, okay? We know that. We looking at the economy, looking at everything that's going on. People have lost respect for everything about this country, right? Whether you're liberal or Republican. In order for them to convey and deceive the masses into believing that Babylon is not falling is to give everybody the false sense of hope. That false sense of hope is going to be Donald Trump. I don't believe it's going to be Kamala. I just don't. Okay? I believe it's going to be Trump. Why do I believe it's going to be Trump? Because Trump, all they have to do is take you back to the 2016 election that he won, and they're saying, you know, the talking point you're hearing a lot of them say is, oh, well, you know, the economy was better under Trump. Right? So I'm just feeling like if you want to convince the world that Babylon is not falling and there's hope to save Babylon, you got to present the character that is more willing to sit there and gaslight the masses while somewhat conveying as if Babylon truly is not falling. That's what I personally believe. I could be wrong about this, but I believe that this is prophecy. Well, not so much prophecy about him winning or anything, but I believe that this is the beginning of the fall of Babylon. And the people in power know Babylon is falling and will fall. So the only thing that they can do is try to entice the masses to believe it's not going to fall. That's just my personal assumption. I could be wrong, though.
Campaign.
Okay, so in the state of North Carolina, Robinson, who this dude right here, man, he is a tap dancer if I've ever seen one. He literally said, man, I'd bring slavery back and we owe the white man reparations. You know, he's your Uncle Ruckus. He's at 41% for governor of North Carolina, and Josh Steen, the Democrat, is at 55%. So it looks like he's getting overwhelming support. Homeboy right here, though, bro, he was talking about I ain't going to allow women to vote again. Oh, I would make slavery, you know, legal again. Like, I mean, he's a Republican. Even if he's Negro, it don't matter. It don't matter. When it comes to tap dancing for massa, bro, these people ain't got nothing they won't say. They ain't got nothing they won't do. I'm just saying. Many of these Negroes will gladly, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about you want to buck break a Negro? Man, them niggas will gladly pull their pants down. Matter of fact, they'll go get the broom. Come on, Massa. I've been waiting for this moment, Massa. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. We you know, we're gonna have a little fun tonight for real. Now, I also have Rumble here pulled up because there's people doing the coverage on Rumble as well. So I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on Twitter. I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on Rumble. I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on with the liberal left-wing news sources, the controlled opposition like Alex Jones and Russell Brand. We're going to just be looking at several different sources because I want to see what the reaction of these right wingers is going to be if he does win, and I want to see what the reaction is going to be if he does win. So yeah. All right, let's watch Russell Brand again. Controlled opposition. Just keep that in mind. All right.
Did you know you could take 760 WJR?
Yeah, Rumble really got ads now.
Scan
Started to
the
become
QR
just like
code and
YouTube.
Hey everybody, Rich Eisen
Hey everybody,
here, host of Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
With everything being dark.
Superstar approaching, superstar approaching.
Just get your popcorn and get ready.
Come on, Julia. Oh, no. I will if you will. You go, gal. Yeah, boy.
Dollar Jill.
Bro, what the hell is this?
It's okay.
Right, come on!
You're 70 years old, 70, yeah.
What the hell is this got to do with? Okay, we gonna move on. I don't know what the hell this is, y'all. I'm just like Gail, and those other correspondents from what is that? Good Morning America. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go over here to NBC.
Haunted by a concept you've been dying to make? Whether it's a pitch for a chilling film or a story that
Yeah,
won't
you
let you
should be
sleep,
killing
try
me
it.
with these ads.
in Israel, the Biden administration stance in Michigan, but then also losing some of the Jewish vote, for example, in Pennsylvania and Florida. We've heard about that anecdotally as well. It's about the bottom of the hour. We can do some race checks here. You mentioned Michigan. Well, let's put it up there. Let's see what we've got in terms of results, and the votes are being counted in Michigan, one of those key Midwest battlegrounds. It is too early to call. That's just about a little over 10% of the vote, but now you've got an eye on what we've got there. Arizona polls just closed a half hour ago. Way too early to call there. It may well be day.
You're going to hear them say a lot of times it's too early to count it. So right now they're doing projections because it's 9 o'clock here where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time. But like in places on the West Coast, this is 3 hours. So it'd be 8, 7, 6:30, right? And some of these polling locations are not going to, count, be able to start counting until like 8 o'clock West Coast time. So it could be another 2 hours before you really truly know what's going on. I mean, again, if you look at if you refresh the election, the election results for what the nations here, kind of like in the Midwest, East Coast and stuff like that, you could see that Trump is blazing right now. Okay. But again, when you think about the liberals, which this is all liberal right here. Okay. A lot could change in a short amount of time. All right. Which is why I say I'm pretty sure the Trump supporters are kind of like really excited and like, oh, yeah, we're going to win. But you never really know how this could turn out. OK, the Democrats could pull one right out of their sock, and you wouldn't even see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 6:30 where Lele's at, 7:31 in Phoenix, Arizona. Right. So we all are, those of y'all that are on that time frame, it's still way too early to truly know which way this is going. And it could change very, very drastically and very, very quickly. So that's why we're just looking at all these different sources so we can really pay attention to what's going on because, boy, like I said, it looks promising for him, but that could change very, very quickly. All right, let's go back to this. So we'll be watching. Now, if this thing goes on too long, I'm going to go to sleep, bro. I'm just saying. I'll be with y'all for a little bit, but if this thing gets dragged out too dang long, I am going to sleep. And then we'll go live tomorrow. We'll talk about whoever won the selection. Salaki.
Before we're able to call that one. Wisconsin, another in the industrial Midwest, too early to call, just starting to get the votes counted. Pennsylvania, stop me if you've heard it before. It may all come down to Pennsylvania, and it is too early to call, but we're about 30% of the vote there. North Carolina, also too early to call. at this hour, and staying down south in the Sunbelt state of Georgia, which President Biden carried 4 years ago, and former President Trump badly wants to get back into that red column. That is too close to call at this hour. So here is the road to 270. That is the magic number that a candidate needs to win the White House, and that is where we are in the early going at this hour.
I always wonder what it looks like from the other side, from the candidates, when they're doing the same thing we are.
Hold on, let me answer this question. Carmen Black says, brother, I watched the Whole Right documentary and Trump has RH negative bloodline, right? So he's going to win his Kamala's same bloodline. She is brain top caste in the white Aryan caste system. Every single president is RH negative, except one. And that would be from like way back before any of us were born. All of them are the fallen bloodline. Every one of them is. You cannot even get into these positions of power unless you are RH negative. So they all are, which is why I say it can go either way. They're all Masonic sellouts. They're all Luciferians. They all do satanic rituals, and they're all of the fallen bloodline. You cannot just get no. See, they want you to believe that you can just become president if you're a certain age, you have a certain sense of political experience. No, all of this is a protected bloodline thing. So just because he's RH negative, she's RH negative, it could go either way. That's what I'm saying. You have to factor in everybody that's a president is RH negative. They're all fallen bloodline seed. You got 13 families that run the world. 13 protected Illuminati bloodline families, meaning nobody else can make it into this unless you are of that bloodline. They are very protected about the bloodline for real. So just keep that in mind.
You are essentially pulling up these numbers, trying to weed through them, trying to figure out where you can be optimistic, when you don't have the pressure of people looking at you.
You want a fun fact? Fun fact alert?
We love it.
The last election was decided in 4 states by approximately 80,000 voters. You could fit those voters into Cowboy Stadium. Wow. That's
You
what
did
we're
your
talking
homework,
about.
girl. Let me
We're
tell
talking
you
about budget and
that
belief.
is a good. That's
My
a good
husband's
nugget.
going to be very mad at me that I
You
didn't
brought
say
up the
Eagles
Cowboys.
Stadium, but it
Exactly.
wasn't the right number for the stadium. I tried.
You stick with any stadium you want.
Yeah, you like the poll?
You said about the link. Yeah, I do. And this is a more broad look at the issues that voters say are important to them. As we're talking about some of these issues in these key battleground states, nationally, we saw something really interesting here, right? We saw consistently in public polling over the course of months, it's economy, inflation, cost of living that voters said over and over again was the most important issue to them. But look at this electorate. From our exit polls that we're seeing now, and again, this could shift a little bit. These numbers could still change a bit as more waves of information come in. But look at what's number one. 34% of voters say the state.
Now, you know what? Real quick, I want to show you guys something. I saw this earlier, and it was kind of making me think something could go down. Now, I'm not telling you it will. I'm telling you it could. Okay? So let me jump over here real quick. I'm over here on Twitter, and I saw this that I found to be very, very interesting. And nobody's really talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really talking about it. But there was a missile launch, or a missile launch that's going to take place in the U.S. tonight after this thing. Look at it. Major alert. So that's what I'm saying. Something is coming. Something is coming. I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen right now, tonight. I don't know. I'm just saying I find this interesting. Major alert. The USA is launching a hypersonic missile tonight, just a few hours after election polls close. Are you ready? Okay? Something is coming, family. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know when or how or nothing like that. I'm just telling you, why are they doing this now? And they got you all distracted, you know what I'm saying, with Donald Trump. And I get it. We watching it right now. But I'm also bringing out what they're not telling you. North Korea launches missile okay, actually, that's October 31st. The hypersonic missile test that will be conducted tonight is nuclear capable, meaning it does not have a payload. AFGSC usually tests missiles at a deterrence. So I find this very, very, very interesting, y'all. Okay. See, everybody's looking at Donald Trump. Everybody's looking at Kamala. But I'm looking deeper at things, right? You got to look at things deeper because there's always something behind the scenes that you're not paying attention to. So I thought that was interesting and worth bringing up, that they're having a little hypersonic missile nuclear test tonight after all the polls close. Very, very interesting, bro. Just saying. Very, very interesting. All right, let's go over here and let's see what's going on in the Twitter world. This says, this was an hour ago, breaking: Donald Trump is now leading 95-35. And we just looked at the poll results, the election results, so-called election, I'll say, or selection. And it showed that he's in like the 130s by now. And she's only at like, I don't know, 44, 45 or something like that. I'm gonna probably have to refresh her. Yeah, he's in the 170s right now. She's at 99. Yeah, so it's still at 170 right now. But he is in the lead, it looks like. But like I said, it could definitely change. It could definitely change. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay. Now, I told you guys that not Donald Trump, Alex Jones is controlled opposition. I told you he's controlled by the Zionists and all of them. He's over here making an announcement that Trump said that there will be election fraud taking place in Philadelphia. Says law enforcement is on the way. Now, keep in mind that these controlled opposition puppets and these shills, they're meant to plant seeds in people's minds, okay? And I'm just telling you to recognize the fact that Donald Trump is already talking about so-called election fraud, okay? Let's play this video.
Through social, there's a lot of reports of fraud in Philadelphia and the key battleground state of Pennsylvania, and that law enforcement is on the way. They've already caught the Democrats cheating all over the state. We're live on air right now with our live feed at Real Alex Jones, myself, Owen Shroyer, Roger Stone, and others, breaking it down. It is insane. The electricity is going off in all the key Republican counties in a bunch of places. They're finding all of these fake voters. Illegals are voting. And then out in Arizona, the election machines are going out and the power's going out. And it's just happening all.
Oh, wow. Okay. So y'all see this. Now notice how we mentioned the illegals. You already know that this man's fan base don't like illegals, especially Negroes. Okay? And I'm just saying. I mean, like I said, Ed, y'all, you could be right, but I just feel like it's going to be more than this. I feel like they're setting us up for something. Whether she wins or whether he wins. Whoever, you know what I'm saying, wins doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because I'm thinking about us, how this is going to affect us. It's not going to affect everybody else. It's going to affect us. And that's how I'm kind of like looking at it. Like, it could go either way, but either way, it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? For the Negro.
All over the place. They are desperate. They are going crazy. But so many people are seeing through this right now. And if they do try to attempt to steal it, or they claim that Harris has really won, nobody is going to buy it. But that's why they're saying it's going to take weeks to count the votes so they can continue to have those mail-in ballots that they've got big caches of.
Okay, so now you hear that narrative. It could take weeks to count the votes. Okay? So I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. A possible delay, okay? A possible delay in vote counts. So you may not know tonight. You may not know tomorrow. You may not know the day after tomorrow. You may not know for the next 3 months who is president and who is really, well, not really running the country. Who is the face of the people running the country, right? The puppet that they harness and they control. Now he's throwing out that this could possibly take weeks to count the votes. Interesting.
To bring in. They're also all over the place telling Republicans the machines aren't working, but just give us your ballot and we'll file it later. Then the election officials can decide who's won.
Matt Yah says, what if Trump wins, gets put down before inauguration, and somehow she gets put in for press and she's VP? You know what? I think that is a scenario that I think people should consider too. And I'm glad you brought that up. Look at all the programming they've done with these so-called assassination attempts. Okay? That's called conditioning. All right? Now, the first time we saw it with our own eyes, but many of us were calling it out and saying this is fake, right? Then there was a second attempt, and then there was a third attempt, supposedly, because there was nothing on camera, there's nothing we saw. The news just told you there was an assassination attempt on him. A second time and a third time. We have no proof of that, but that's what the mainstream media is telling us. We know that they lie. What if this attempt on his life is programming? What if he does win fair and square, but then he's so-called unalived before the inauguration, and she's obviously going to be the loser? But if he is unalived before the inauguration, if he is the elect, JD Vance will still be become president, because essentially he would be the president elect, so-called, or select is what I should say. So it would be in the hand of the Republicans. So JD Vance would become president. The only way that would change in another aspect would be if something were to happen to JD Vance, it automatically would go to her. But I do kind of believe like something's going to happen to him. If not, prior to the inauguration, I believe it's going to happen once he finally gets in. I believe he'll have sworn himself in and all of that, and then something could. And then JD Vance can come in and kind of do his thing. But like I said, it could be either way. I just think personally that all of these so-called attempts on his life, I think that's programming and conditioning for something else. I 100% believe it. And if y'all saw the video I did where I was talking about how fake that thing was, I showed you video games that have predictive programming about him being unalived and a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But I'm glad you brought that up, Matt. Yeah, Illuminati playing card. But then again, you also have to factor in that, he's going to help fulfill a lot of things for them fake people that call themselves the chosen, Amalek. That's why I say I feel like if you want to talk about technological reasoning from why I believe he could win, if you want to talk about Edomite agenda as to why he could win, there's also the Israel aspect of all of this. Fake Israel, not us. We Yahshua, they Israel. Fake Israel. There's a lot of things he could fulfill in regards to the one world religion. And also, here's another thing I want y'all to factor in. I want y'all to factor in that he could be the one that could help with the one world religion and bringing it together. Remember, y'all notice how these Gentiles, these Christians like to say, oh, we're the most persecuted people on the earth. Okay? He is going to basically kind of substantiate that belief system that Christians are persecuted when it's really the Israelites. We've always been persecuted, right? There's just so much I can see when it comes to the beast religion, the mark of the beast, Sunday law, the Roman Catholic Church. There's just the fake Jews. There's just so much I see about him that could fulfill a lot of these things that I don't see Kamala doing. And that's why I'm leaning more towards him becoming the elect. And it doesn't mean maybe he's going to be the whole way through. Maybe not all 4 years. Who knows? But I've heard him say several times it's going to be the last election. So who knows? Who knows?
They caught him in Houston today. It's being confirmed. It's not even being denied. Taking thousands and thousands of Republican votes off, flipping them to Democrat. There's videos of machines flipping always from Republican to Democrat. This is crazy. But Trump isn't playing games. As he says law enforcement is on their way, they are. Again, we're covering it all live on air right now on X at Real Alex Jones, the live feed. Millions are watching. And if that feed goes down, Infowars.com/show. Election coverage right through the evening. Join us and get our coverage. We're going to be simulcasting with a bunch of
Man, bro, he always sound like he got a damn cheeseburger lodged in his freaking throat. Ah, I like the globalists. I like globalists. Okay, so Kamala Harris, 58 minutes ago, about an hour ago, won and secured Virginia. Okay. Let me go back to Alex Jones. I'm going to be watching his coverage as well. I think he's live right now on X. Yep.
And so,
well, probably too, because if it does flip, then it's going to be a problem. Because then everyone's going to say that it's rigged or something.
Well, if Trump wins Virginia, they know that that's it. And then at that point, all Trump has to do is win Nevada. So if they call Virginia and Georgia, all Trump needs at that point is Nevada, and he doesn't need any of these other states. So that's why I think they're calling Virginia for Harris right now. But this is still in play to me. It's too early to really analyze Michigan or Wisconsin at this point. And I just don't like what I'm seeing in Pennsylvania. I'll be honest. I think Pennsylvania is looking bad. And it's really too bad because there was so much money spent on Pennsylvania. There was so much of a ground game on Pennsylvania. Musk spent so much time there. Scott Presler spent so much time there. And the Democrats won the rulings on the mail-in ballots. They run a completely joke of a system with early voting, which isn't even early voting. That's all mail-in ballots. So Pennsylvania is a disaster. It's just an absolute disaster. I wouldn't be surprised by the result at the end of the night. I think a lot of Republicans will be. I think a lot of the Trump campaign will be. But these returns are not good. Guys, give me Philadelphia County real quick.
So why do you think that it didn't go red this year? Because everyone was really hopeful, especially with all the rallies. The turnout was amazing.
Bro, look at this. Okay? Now, I've told y'all about them and who they believe in. This is their God. Okay? This is their God. White Jesus, Cesare Borgia. Look at that. He got an I voted sticker on him. Y'all see why America gonna be destroyed? I'm just saying, look at this is who they believe in. And they're talking about have you voted. They do not know Yahusha. They don't know him. They know the white man's God, which is this thing, this creature, this Neanderthal right here. Neanderthal Jesus. But this tells you a lot about the mindset of these people. Look at that, 72 likes. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. We stand on the precipice.
America, where the United States meets the Pacific Ocean and literally crumbles into the sea.
I call them G-Saw.
I'm here because today we stand.
They believe in G-Saw. You know what I'm saying? G-Saw. I got to do a song called G-Saw. But yeah, that's their belief system is in G-Saw and, you know, the white, you know, RH negative Cesare Borgia. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
On the edge of another cliff. The cliff of destiny.
What the hell is this white man talking about? These people are weird. If Costco requires proof of membership, then so should voting. Okay. I'm just trying to look at some of these comments. Ride the wet wave. Bro, that looked like some blood right there. Like, I don't think that you're depicting this as a good thing, but, you know. When you're sick and tired of everyone's BS. Suspicious election activity in Clark County, Nevada. I used to live out there, by the way. The world is full of good people if you can't be one. Too big to rig. This is some cult stuff, bro. The fact that people actually take time out of their day to post this stuff is crazy to me. I mean, it's bad enough you actually doing this. You standing in line with a freaking MAGA hat on your head and a red shirt, and the Democrats too, okay? If you a man voting for a dang woman to rule over you, I mean, it's bad enough you want a heathen to rule over you on either side. But a grown man that wants a woman ruling over you, you clearly don't like women. And you clearly don't understand your position as a man. You shouldn't desire no woman to rule over you. I'm just saying. But there are some Negroes who kind of like that kind of stuff. I'll never understand it, but you know. Re-electing Trump is no longer a political choice. It's a survival choice. We destroyed the deep state. We must vote MAGA down the ballot. And that's the funniest thing, bro. They really, really believe that this dude's going to stop the deep state when he's clearly of the deep state. Crazy. What the hell? Make Sky great again? What the hell is this?
And I'm going to win this election, and I'll take Kai Ken to the moon. It's the last of the Inu family. Join the community now. And
wow. All right. Let's go back to one of these news sources. Actually, let's go back to the election results map and let's see what we get if his number went up at all. Oh, it went up quite a bit. It went up 10 votes. It was at 178. Now it's at 188. Now, remember, a person only needs 270 to win. And if you look at this, this is 37 million votes right here, okay? She has 32 million, 46%. He has 37 million. So I want y'all to really think about this. That's 37 million people that believe in this system. I want you to really think about this hard, for real, okay? That's 37 million people that believe this is real. I almost said a word I shouldn't have said. There are 37 million people on his side that believe this is real, and there's 32 million people on her side that believe this is real, bro. Amar song reaction. What? Well, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Are you asking me to react to somebody's song? I'm confused. Thoughts on Revelation 17, verse 4? Let me see. I got to go to the scripture. Give me a second. Revelations, Kazun, 13:4, right? Was it I got to make sure I got it right, sis. 17:4. Okay, 17:4. Let's look at it. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and had a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head was named Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Yahusha. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So I believe that this is also referencing what we looked at in Babylon. I believe it's still a reference to the influence of this system and all the things that have been attached to it. Again, people have different interpretations of this, but I still believe that this is referring to America because of the influence. I mean, look, you got people who don't even live out here that are paying attention to this election. So I believe it still ties to America. My apologies. I don't want to follow the results. I'll find out Trump won when it's done. LOL, got some cannon to do. All right, it's okay, sis. I get it. You don't have to explain. Daughter of the Most High, Kwam Yasharallah. What's up, sis? All praises to the Most High Yahuwah. But you never know. I mean, it could be her that wins. Like I said, who knows? I mean, the person's already been selected. What they're doing right now is really just making people believe this crap is real. That's all they're doing. All right, so he's still at 188, but he's clearly leading, or it appears he is. I mean, the white line is right here. She's at 99. He's at 188. He is essentially smoking her, leaving her in the dust. I just jumped on the live, but I was listening to my Ox song called Reaction. Oh, okay. Right on. All right, let's finish. Let's go back to this. I'm just curious to see what the news is saying about all of this.
The strip, etc. No tax on tips. I'll also tell you another number. I think it's 380, just about 379. That's the price of a gallon of gas in Nevada, the highest of any battleground state. The economy is a big factor in this state, as are the Latino population, of course, and that's another factor.
Democrats for a long time had a big registration advantage, but that's all but disappeared.
Okay, so Nevada polls are about to close in 1 minute. Okay. So this is going to see, we're going to see if this leans more in his favor or if it leans more in her favor. We're going to see in a second.
The Republican won statewide office, the governor's race in 2022.
It's also one of these states with an abortion ballot initiative as well, in a state that the Trump campaign believes you could see some ticket splitters on that.
And it's a competitive Senate race in Nevada as well. We talked about the fact that some of these Senate races, if you rewind about a month ago, weren't so competitive. It is incredibly tight. Senator Jackie Rosen looking for another term.
Look, if the way so far that Donald Trump's performing tonight versus Harris, this really is an indictment of the Democratic Party for the last 3 years. Because you want to talk about Nevada, you talk about the voter registration advantage. Republicans, basically, for the first 3 years of this presidential cycle, just destroyed the Democrats on voter registration. All across the country in the battleground states, Republican registration advantage. The last 3 months, Democrats have done well. 3 years versus 3 months. So far, the 3 years is paying some dividends for Trump.
All right, there's the countdown. We are waiting for another batch of closings, and this will bring us to Battleground Nevada, which is our last battleground state we've not heard from, or the last to close the polls. NBC News can make a projection on the state of Utah. NBC projects that Donald Trump will win in Utah and take those 7 electoral votes. And we go further into the west, into Montana, 4 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the projected winner in Montana tonight. Here's the map, the road to 270. Donald Trump now with 201, Harris with 81. That's the road.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. That says a lot, bro. But again, you still have to factor in all of these white states here that are undecided or haven't been fully counted yet. Like I said, it looks like he's the selected one, but like I said, that could change. That could change, and that's why I think, and if there is some type of like thing that they're going to do where they're going to flip everything on its back, this is how you do it. You make the whole side believe that they've won, and then at the last minute, you flip it around and be like, well, actually, we counted this wrong. Well, actually, we were wrong about this state. She seems to be actually in the lead and not him. Okay, so I want y'all to keep your mind on the mind games that go along with all of this. Okay, they're going to play with people's emotions for real.
Go to 270.
Well, let's put Nevada up on the map here. It is, as you might expect, too early to call. And if you remember, in 2020, we didn't get a result in Nevada until Saturday, so we could be waiting a while.
Oh, yes, we remember.
Oh, we remember. You can send your email.
Exactly.
Don't even bring it up.
Don't even bring it.
Everyone's triggered here. Okay, Pennsylvania. Too close to call. Got to say that was a Saturday call as well in 2020. Michigan, too close to call there. Let's see how much vote we've gotten, though, at this hour. Just 16%. So there's a lot of.
Yeah, I think that is crazy, though. I kind of assumed it would be neck and neck. I you know, that's what they've been saying for a while. Obviously, they don't always tell the truth, but I figured it'd be a fair fight as far as kind of like a neck and neck kind of thing that we'd be seeing. But clearly, that is not what's happening right now.
To be counted there. We'll move over to the state just nearby, Wisconsin, the other industrial Midwest battleground. 35% in. They are making some progress, but too close to call. Georgia, too close to call, but we are getting to a much higher number. We can get down into the counties in just a bit with Tom Giannis. He's right over there, North Carolina as well, starting to count more votes, too close to call. And finally, out west, the great battleground state of Arizona, too close to call. That's another one that may take several days before we get results. So let's go to Tom. And I mean, Pennsylvania, we cannot talk about it enough. It may all hinge on Pennsylvania, just as it did in 2020.
Now, if you listened to the live that we looked at, or not the live, but the audio call that we listened to, or the Twitter space, the X space, where they were talking about, I'm disappointed in Pennsylvania. It seems like a lot is going to fall on Pennsylvania from what this is sounding like. And Kamala Harris is the projected winner for Pennsylvania. So this could really change a lot, family. It really, really could, which is why I say, who knows, right?
Yeah, and earlier I was talking about Eastern PA, guys, not to talk about Western PA. Go Steelers fans. Let's start in Pittsburgh and Allegheny County here. 66% of the vote, and let's compare it to 2020. Slightly overperforming. That's good news for Harris because that's what she needs to do there if she wants to win the state of Pennsylvania. And look at this, Butler County. You'll remember that's where that first assassination attempt took place, just miles from Pittsburgh. Look what a different place this is. Trump is on top. 71% of the vote is in. He got 65 in 2020, 65%. He's now at 64. He's essentially performing where he needs to be. I also want to see how the vote is in these Western communities, Western PA communities, because fracking was a big issue here. Vice President Harris had to change her position on that. Washington County, right here on the border, Trump with 60% of the vote. Let's see how we did compared to 2020. It's about the same. Westmoreland right next to here. It butts up against Allegheny County. 47% of the vote is in. He's at 65. So he's kind of where his marks were in 2020. Remember, he has to do a little bit better. Erie's the one that we're going to be watching. This is the big swing county. We only have 1% in. The reason why we're watching this is because Erie almost always picks the winner of the election here. But we only have 1% in Erie County, but we'll be watching that. Let's move east now because I know we have a lot of people from the Philadelphia area on the anchor desk tonight. See what's happening over there. Let's start in Chester County. Okay, so I'm going to give a quick whip around here. 2020, remember. So,
all right, I'm going to jump over here to this this stream.
No shit. Update on the electoral count first. President Trump is now at 205. Kamala Harris at 117. Again, folks, the trend lines are not looking good at all. And what was it, Paula? What was it? We got a bid on the Trump sign, Dan Bongino baseball. All proceeds go to charity. All proceeds go to charity. That is his signature, the Bongino baseball. A bid just came in. Who is it from? Let's give him a shout out. John who? John P. just bid. Oh, B is in boy. John B. John B's like my dad. Dad, where'd you get that money? John B. just put. I'm like, Dad, shit, man. We get you loaded. You're not telling me something. John B. just bid $30,000 on the baseball.
Are you kidding me, bro? These people are paying $30,000 from a baseball that was supposedly signed by Trump. Are you kidding me? Wow. These people are just something else. Wow.
Hurricane relief, Samaritan's Purse. Awesome. You guys are really wonderful. We love you. I really appreciate it. Folks, last break for a couple of spots. I promise, I really appreciate your patience. I have the best advertisers in the world. A lot of them are here today. Big hat tip. John Santos from Blackout Coffee. We love you, brother. Blackout Coffee. Folks, they keep the show free. We love John. The best coffee out there. Cinnamon French toast.
That's
Try it. You'll thank me later.
About.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. That's who I thought he was talking about. That white boy that be, that be singing them smooth classics. You know what I'm saying? I used to love that song. They don't know about this here. I was like, bro, that's not who he's talking about. I hope it ain't, bro. I like his music. He fired. That's one white boy that do got vocals. I'll give it to him. But I don't think it is. I mean, unless there's something I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? That was like the first thought that came to my mind when he said John Beto.
Okay, we got Jacked Up Fitness, Don Mastrangelo here. We got Miles from Brickhouse Nutrition. They keep the show free. I really appreciate it. So it's going to be our last ad break, and then we're going to go. Hopefully, look, this Virginia Senate race, man, is still going with Hung Cow, by the way. Hey, everybody's talking about these weight loss injections. Hey, Miles, where are you? So Miles from Brickhouse. I'm going to read my own spot. Miles is like, you do your own thing, brother. So I was getting like a little gooey because, I'm old and my metabolism isn't really good. It's a true story. And I take this picture, this like Geraldo Rivera selfie one time. And I'm like, wow, you've got like a lot of.
Wait. Did he just say he's getting gooey? Okay. Nigga, I'm out. Like, what? Bro, that just did not sound right. You're getting gooey for Donald Trump, huh? Okay. All right. Moving on. No, that's my song, bro. I've always loved that song. It's crazy because, Black people, Negroes, we have a certain type of sound and we sing a certain type of way. And I used to always hear that song on the radio when I would get on the school bus in the morning and, the driver would play the radio. and that song will always come on. When I found out what he actually looked like, I was low-key shocked. I was like, this dude is white? Because, you know, he got a very soulful voice, but I can't act like there's not white people that I know that can sing their behinds off, and you would never think that they were white. There's this one girl I know. She's blind girl. She's blind, pale, white woman. And she knows your Uwa and your Usha, right? She reached out to me one day on Facebook, and she was like, I love your music. My daughter loves your music. You know, we're aware Yahusha was black and he's Negro and all that. And I was like, that's cool. So she told me she was blind, and I didn't believe her at first, right? And then I heard her send me this vocal recording. And as she was sending me she was playing the vocal recording for me, I heard something in the background with like a voice telling her what to do on her phone. And I'm like, bro, she really is blind. So she asked me, do I know who John P. Key is? I'm like, yeah, I know him. Obviously, I mean, if you raised in church and been around these gospel artists, you would know. She told me that he heard her sing, and he was blown away by how good that white woman could sing. And then on top of that, her being blind, right? I asked her to sing for me. Bro, this white woman could sing, bro. I mean, I'm talking the runs, you know what I'm saying, the squalling. She had it down pat, you know? Just like sometimes people say Paul Wall. Y'all remember Paul Wall? The rapper Paul Wall? And they used to say he got a black man on the inside of him. Well, that's not the same thing, but yeah. She definitely had a gift, though, from the Most High. And, you know, I was supposed to collaborate with her. We were supposed to do a song together, but we just never finished it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of lost contact with her, man. I got to try to reach out to her again, because believe me, y'all, this woman can sing. And, you know, I mean, I'm used to being around talented singers and stuff like that, because, you know, I grew up in a church. I was obviously in Hollywood. I know Yahudim have this talent, right? But to hear a white woman sing the way she does was just like mind-blowing, right? But I didn't end up finding out about her until later on, right? But hearing John B saying they don't know is just crazy, feeling out that this is a whole white boy. He's not even a biracial. He is full-on white. But to hear him sing like that is crazy. But I mean, at the same time, I understand. I mean, they've had a lot of time to kind of watch us. No Diddy, right? They had a lot of time to watch us, emulate us, and all of that. You know, there's that. Just saying. Kamala Harris. Oh, he's half Ashkenazi. Oh, boy, that changes some things. It changes some things for me when I notice that someone has Ashkenazi in them. That does change some things for me. It does. Even when it comes to Drake. I mean, honestly, Drake, from the beginning, I knew this boy was soft. I knew he ain't about the stuff he be talking about and all of that. I knew he wasn't, you know, raised in the hood and talking about he started from the bottom and all of that. I knew he was weird, but it's like when I started hearing him come out with these songs, you know, talking about getting niggas and all this other stuff, I'm like, bro, you ain't about this. You corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've always been saying this about him, and people like, you a hater. I'm like, no, he just sucks. He's just a corny little white boy on the inside. He's more Ashkenazi than it is Negro. Even though, you know, I know they say you are what your father is. I'm like, bro, this dude is corny. He one of them type of Negroes that would have definitely got bullied in high school. Seriously. Yeah, half doomed. Woo! Hey, y'all gotta show Turbo B some love, bro. That is the funniest thing I have seen today. Family, I've done 3. This is my 3rd stream. That was the funniest thing I have seen today, bro. Half doomed. That's hilarious, bro. That was hilarious. I needed that laugh. All right, family, we're gonna jump back over here and look at what's going on with this whole
Pennsylvania, all of that. Then already just kept hanging around. So they thought maybe late money, but this is, You don't just flip this, notice we haven't seen any big flips tonight in general. You don't just flip the state in 3 weeks. You don't just show up in 3 weeks and think magically things are going to happen. Not with how embedded, not with how nationalized our conversation is, not with how polarized we are. And this is a case where
I don't know why that guy said 205, because I'm on the live right now and it says 201. It's like you gave him an extra 4 points because you're trying to sell a damn baseball. And you said you're getting all gooey about it. No diddy. Okay. Let me look at the election map here. Election result map. And look at this, still has him at 198. He ain't even hit 200 yet. So there are some conflicting reports, it looks like, according to what these different sources we're looking at, which is why I say we're looking at multiple sources, because we're looking at multiple sources because, some of these numbers are just not adding up. This says 198. The other said 201. And then the white boy said 204. Kiera says all 11 southern states are going to be red. They might as well go on color in Georgia. Right? Yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying this right here, this looks pretty set in stone. Like if you go over each individual state, North Dakota, Donald Trump, 68%, 77,000 voted. In Montana, Donald Trump, and there's no percentage on this one yet. Wyoming, 52%. Kamala, 46%. Nebraska, Donald Trump, 49%. Kamala Harris, 49.9%. I don't know why this one's blue. She actually has 9% more than he does. 0.9% more than he does here, but this is red. Interesting. Utah, there's nothing that came in for that one yet. Colorado, 55.9% for Kamala and 41.9% for Trump. New Mexico, Donald Trump is 51.8 and she is 46.3, and it just hit 52 just now. Texas, 55.9, Kamala, 42.9. Bro, she's not even close in most of these states. Arkansas, 62.8. Oklahoma, 66.8. Louisiana, shout out to my people in the South. Donald Trump is 65.7. Kamala's 32.9. It's not even close. I mean, if you look at the vote count here, the vote count is 867,000 votes for Donald Trump and 434,000 votes for her, Kamala. 62.2 in Mississippi, 36.6 for Kamala. Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, 67.5 for her, 31.1%. It's not even neck and neck. It's not even half. Florida, 56.2, Kamala, 42.8. Georgia, 51.9, Kamala, 47.4. South Carolina, Donald Trump, 58.7, Kamala, 39. She's not even hitting 50% on most of these states, y'all. Like, she's barely scraping by even when she gets close to 50%. The most she's doing is like 46 to 48, but she's not even hitting half, where he's clearly the majority here, because if anything above 50% will be the majority, and the majority is leaning more towards him. If you look at these states here, Virginia, he's at 49.6% and she's 48.8. So just a little bit under him in that one. Virginia. New York, overwhelmingly, she's 59.7. and he is 40.3. New Hampshire, he's 52.7. Donald Trump is 46.3. Maine, Donald Trump is at 51%. She's 46.9. So she comes pretty close to him in some of these like states here on the East Coast. The further east you go, the more you see it's blue. But for the most part, all across the board, you've got red all over this. Okay. And I feel like even when it comes to these states are going to play a large role in the determination of who wins this, because you have some swing states. Now, if California becomes red, that's my home state, right? If California becomes red, that will be very shocking to me, because if you've ever been to California, bro, it is so liberal. It is so LGBTQ. It is so pro-abortion. Okay? It's all of that. I mean, you literally got signs on the damn street with niggas kissing on other niggas. You literally got stores talking about, you know, the cross-dressing store. You literally got the gay rainbow in the street when you cross the crosswalk. That stuff is everywhere. Now, obviously, it's not like in the hood, but if you go to like Beverly Hills, you go to Culver City, you go to some of those nicer areas, that liberal stuff is everywhere. It's all over the place. So if California becomes red, that'll be interesting. Queen Raya is here. Shalom, sis. Black man and black woman, look at the impact we had on the Democrat Party for taking us for granted. Right. And I think that's why a lot of people are voting Trump. That's Negroes. I think that the Democrat Party has really they played us, right? They played us. Let me show y'all this. I thought this was actually accurate. It was funny, but it was accurate nonetheless. Let me show y'all this. I thought it was pretty accurate. Hold on. Let's see. Is it this one? Yep, here it is. Look at this. If this don't say a lot, I don't know what will. Look at this. It says, I did nothing for niggas, volume 1. Boom, Barack Obama. Now, you know, again, I do understand why some Negroes would be voting for Trump. But what seems hard for Negroes to do is to just say, I don't want nothing to do with the white man's games, right? It's just to say, I don't want nothing to do with it. But we feel like if we don't vote, then we just need to, you know what I'm saying? You know, we somehow think that we have the power to change the ways of America. We have the power to decolonize America as far as the mindset of America. And America has no intention of doing that, which is why we looked at the prophecies in the scriptures. Batia Bayaya Sharal says, still at work, shalom, Yetzer and family. Hey, sis, shalom. All praises. She doesn't have any intention on doing that. And that's why what's pronounced upon her is going to happen in the scriptures. And that's why we looked at those scriptures so we can understand why. Yeah. But I mean, I just think Negroes, you know what I'm saying, voting for Trump, I mean, at least with Kamala, you know you ain't going to get jack. She told you to your face. With Trump, I think Negroes are going to be in for a pleasant surprise. And I think there's a good reason why he ain't said nothing he's going to do for the black community. There's a reason why he hasn't actually laid out a plan for you or talked about what he's going to do for you. I mean, he has a plan for you, but it may not be what you think. I'm just saying, I guarantee you, to you Negroes out there that's niggers for Trump, let me just tell you like this. It ain't what you want. That's the best way I could say it. It ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Facts. All right, we're going to jump on over here. Oh, wow, look at this. It says Bitcoin reaches an all-time high of 74,000. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Y'all remember that Negro who I told y'all about, Byron Donalds or whatever that Negro's name is, that tap dancer? Uh-oh. He just won the seat. Okay? And this man over here talking about black families were better off during Jim Crow. Okay? This is not good. This is not good, family. Okay? When you got Negroes like him, just like the other Negro, Tim Robinson, this is dangerous. But this dude just won, I'm not sure what, I believe it's Florida. Governor, I don't know. I got to look into it. What is he running for exactly? I know it's some office. Byron Donalds, that's his name. He would make a great president. This ain't good, bro. Very cool. Byron has been MAGA through and through. You know what they mean by that, right? He's been anti-black through and through. Obedience to Yahuwah. What's up, sis? All praises to the Most High Yahuwah. Good to see you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's been MAGA through and through. Interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure what position he's running for. Let me check. I don't know if it's the House, if it's the Senate. Let me check. Let's see. Okay, he's running for the House. Okay. Republican Party of Florida House Senate. Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, I mean, I guess he played his role well for the tap dancing. Indeed. Azariah Banyauda says, I'm not in his district. Thank Abi Yahuwah. Right. Man, I wouldn't be anywhere around this dude. I wouldn't be able to help but to want to sock this dude in his jaw. Look at this dude. This dude, first of all, this is such a conundrum right here, y'all. Okay, this is such a conundrum. Okay, and I'm going to explain it in a second. So this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You got this Negro right here who is not even married to a black woman. He's with a white woman and has bastard children. Okay, then you got this Negro right here who don't even like women at all. He's gay. Okay, so you got Tweedledee and Tweedledum trying to give information to Negroes or black men. What a conundrum, family. You got Homo 1 and you got what name can I give him? You got Snow Shoveler 2 right here. Homo 1, Snow Shoveler 2. That's crazy, cuz. And they trying to talk to black men. You know we're the opposite of both of y'all, right? Okay, first of all, we ain't gay. Number 2, we don't be playing in the snow like y'all Negroes. I'm just saying. Y'all some tap dancers for real. But I just find it interesting that they're going to send these two unlikely candidates who detached from the black community a long time ago to talk to us about, what we need to do as black men. Y'all don't even know who y'all are. Both of y'all some tap dancers. You a snow bunny chaser and you a homo.
What's going on? This is Congressman Byron Donald. Byron Donald, why should black men vote Trump? Simple. The Democrat Party.
No shovel. That's what I'm going to start calling.
How are you going to build generational wealth? With their economic plans and economic policies, you can't. How do your kids get ahead in schools? There's illegals.
I call him the snow shoveler, the pasty pirate, tartar sauce terrorist. I could go all day.
Resources from your kids. You can't. What happens in our foreign policy?
Pasty pirate.
Our troops come from the inner city. You need sound policy. You need strong leadership. You need Donald Trump. Don't listen to Barack. Barack lives in his mansions. God bless him, but that's where he lives. Don't listen to Kamala. Kamala's never had to work hard for any of this. The man with the plan is Donald J. Trump. Let's be real. Let's be on policy. Let's stand on business. Get out of vote. Black men for Trump 2024. You heard it.
Black men for Trump 2024. See, all he needed to do was pop his lips with that sentence. And he would have been your perfect, sissified, conservative gay Negro. Now, what I find interesting here about conservatives is they're supposed to be anti-LGBT, anti-gay, right? I mean, that's what I would think that they are. But a lot of them are really just okay with whatever you are, even if they disagree with your lifestyle. Right. So you could be black and you can enjoy rap music and Tupac and Biggie and all of that. Right. Because Candace Owens, she admits she likes Tupac and Biggie and she listens to them. Matter of fact, at the Super Bowl, she was talking about how great Kendrick and Dr. Dre's performance was a few years ago. Right. As long as you subscribe to their ideals, they can look past things about you that they don't like. OK, you got two Negroes right here that are repping for Donald Trump and sour cream supremacy. So they're okay with them being around. Now, what I find interesting, though, is this man is against LGBTQ, and you standing right next to one of them. And then what doesn't make sense is shows about the confusion on both sides of this, because remember, Babylon, land of confusion, facts. This dude is basically trying to support conservative values, but you ain't married, and you don't even like women or even attracted to them. Like this dude right here is a whole paradox. But yet this dude standing right next to him, and he don't even got a problem with the LGBTQ. So conservatives do compromise. They like you to think that they stand on what they believe and they're unapologetic in their positions, but in actuality, they will easily become compromised if something is not going their way. Just like I said, they believe in free speech until you start talking about the history of this country. They believe in free speech until you start talking about white people, and then they want to cry anti-white racism. They want to tell you, get over slavery, pick yourself up by the bootstrap, and stop focusing on color, right? But as soon as they do something to you or your people, or one of their people do something to your people, right? Then all of a sudden they want to say, this is anti-white racism. If I tell you that you a colonizer and you're a Neanderthal and y'all was dwelling in caves eating bloody meat, then they say, this is anti-white racism. They tell you you're not a victim, but here they are crying about anti-white racism. And I tell you know what I tell them? Pick yourself up by the bootstrap. You're not a victim. Stop focusing on color. If you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere. They're hypocrites. They are very much hypocrites. As long as you are stroking their Caucasoid ego, okay, they have no issue with free speech. As soon as you start calling out things about them, that's when they want to censor you. Just like Candace Owens, she started calling out the Jewish people, and it was the same conservatives that supported her for so long. They were here for it when she was talking bad about Negroes, her own people. They were here for that. They were clapping their hands like barking circus shoes. You know what I'm saying? They was barking like circus seals when she was dragging the Negro community and saying all these things about us, right? As soon as you start talking about them Jewish folks, them white Jews. Now they want to cancel you. Now they want to say you went too far. Now they want to ban you off the platforms and get your show shut down. Y'all see how that worked? All right, let's look at these election results, see how he doing over here. I'm pretty sure he's all way in the 215s now. Okay, 198. So he still ain't really, I mean, he's close to 2, but he ain't quite there yet. But we're seeing on many of these different platforms, it's really changing around a lot here. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And honestly, after this is all over, said and done, I'm still kind of debating if I'm going to put this on private or if I'm going to just delete it afterwards. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I just find that interesting, though, that this dude, let's look up Tim Robinson, because I'm still interested to see what he's saying. And what's interesting about Tim Robinson is it was said that he was caught up in a scandal watching like tranny porn or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that that's what he was doing. Is that what his name is? Something Robinson. Mark Robinson, my bad. I put Tim Robinson. Said that he was watching porn involving cross-dressers. I mean, that's what I heard. I could be wrong, but okay, he lost. Okay. All right, well, it says Mark Robinson has lost. He tried to make a career out of being a black Klansman, but like Daniel Cameron, Alan Keyes, and Larry Elders, he found out those white Republicans don't want him. I keep saying it. Bootlicking is a career path with no retirement plan. Oh! I love it. That's a fact. Bootlicking is a career path with no retirement plan. Once they get you, they use you for whatever they need you for, they will kick you to the curb and say, you dirty Negro, lick my boot. And his goofy ass, he'll go and do it again. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of them gonna get they gonna get the Negro wake-up call for real. You hate free speech. What? What are you talking about? If I hated free speech, I wouldn't even be allowing you to be in here, if I'm being honest, but I'm going to just leave that alone. And then you got your snow shoveler partner yelling, "You wrong!" My gosh. Oh man. So he lost, which I find interesting. But honestly, I feel like some of his positions were very extreme. I mean, again, he was like saying things like, you know what I'm saying, that women shouldn't be allowed to vote, and you know, it kind of want to bring it back to a time where, you know, certain women didn't have rights to do certain things, right? Because, you know, it's all into the conservative thing, but it's okay. And also, by the way, this Negro called himself the Black Nazi, so just remember that he actually called himself that. Mark Robinson, pack in the air. Wow. I love this meme. That's hilarious. But nah, to hit on what that person said, look, I do support free speech, right? I do. I don't believe people should be censored for saying whatever the heck they want to say. Now, I do think that if you do say whatever you want to say, you better be fully aware of the consequences of what you say. Now, when it comes to this particular rap or this stream and stuff like that, I kind of allow people to say what they want. But at the same time, if you being a distraction and you're taking away from what I'm doing, I probably will block you. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like you're trying to take away from what I'm doing, and I'm not going to let you distract my audience from the truth that's being brought out. Now, in a general sense of the word, I warn people and let them know if you don't get yourself in order, and I warn you, and you still don't do what I say, then we're going to have a problem. I'm going to have to kick you. But at the same time, you know, I mean, why not just be respectful? You ain't got to worry about that. But sometimes y'all be crossing the line. All right, so this dude lost. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Just find that interesting. He didn't win, but the other Negro did. Let's see. That's hilarious. Donald Trump has won Georgia with nearly 90% of the vote cast and nearly 170,000 lead. Wow. When I think about Project 2025, I told you, man, I'm leaning more towards this guy. Not so much in the side of me being in favor of him, but just as far as the plans that they have for the world, I believe it's going to be this guy. Let's see. Seattle PD arrests several members of Black Bloc Antifa, wreaking havoc on election day in downtown Seattle. So I told you guys we're going to be looking at other things surrounding this. We're not going to just be looking at the Trump, you know, the Trump and Kamala thing, but we'll be looking at events surrounding all of this. Because like I said, bro, I already showed y'all about the whole ballistic missile thing. Well, look at this. Bro, something is coming, family. Something, I keep telling you, it's just, I can feel it. I can't quite tell you what it is, but something is just, all of this seed planting and things that we're just seeing right now, something is definitely on the horizon. Interesting. And, you know, they've been saying that they're going to set up, you know, the police outside, you know, depending on what happens in the election and stuff like that. So there's just a lot to this, for real. There's a lot to this. There's many layers to this. Oh, wow. Sarah McBride becomes the first openly transgender person elected Congress. They hate me in DC because I can't be bought, I can't be blackmailed, I can't be bribed. I owe them nothing, but I owe the people of Arizona everything. I'm going to go to the Senate and make you proud.
You happy and you happy.
Republicans going hard, man. Wow, NBC exit poll suggests Trump doubled his support from black voters in Wisconsin.
Another NBC News exit poll in Wisconsin.
Oh, Amalek. Just playing.
Suggesting this Dasha Burns of NBC News, suggesting that Trump has doubled his black support in Wisconsin. Wow. Trump is polling apparently about 20% of the black vote versus 78% for Kamala Harris. 4 years ago, he won 8% of black voters in Wisconsin. I mean, you're looking at identity realignment happening in real time in this election cycle. It's another NBC News.
I hate Ben Shapiro, bro. I actually really don't like him as a person. His voice is just so dorky. Just talks so fast, and his voice is so feminine and just not very masculine, and he don't even have a masculine presence to him, you know, and he does all that talking behind the computer, but there's a lot of people that want to put their hands on him for real. Anyway, entertainment purposes only. Arizona, 1 more hour. Polls are open until 7 p.m. local. If you are in line by the cutoff, they must let you vote. Go now and stay in line. Ohio wins Ohio for third straight election. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Trump wins Florida, Georgia. I don't know what this is. All right, we're going to look at some more sources here to see what else is going on in YouTube land. Let's take a look, see what we've got here. Michelle says $300 million temple is up across from Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. Holographic project Blue Beam, the Grand Deception. $300 million temple is up across. You know what? Let's see if I can find that. Project Bluebeam. I've been talking about Project Bluebeam for a while. I definitely believe that that is also on the horizon for sure. Yeah, definitely. Hold on, I'm trying to look it up. $300 million temple is up across from the Alamo in San Antonio. It's holographic Project Bluebeam, the Grand Deception. Let me see if I can find that, sis. $300 million temple from the Alamo. Let me see if I can find that. San Antonio, Texas. I might need a little bit more information before I'm able to pull that up. Is it a hologram or something? I'm trying to understand. Alamo. I'm just typing in all these keywords you gave me to see if I can find it, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it, sis. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more information so I can pull it up. It's up. $300 million is up. Can you post a link in the chat or something so I can look it up? Right, because of what Chrisette Michelle, and you know, Chrisette Michelle bothers me. Like not her herself, but the situation. Like, you know what? I'm gonna pull, since we're talking about this stuff, I'm gonna just pull this up. I'm gonna bring some of you guys down memory lane real quick. Chrisette Michelle performed a gospel song at Trump's inauguration last year, right? Not last year, I'm sorry, Salaki. The last election when Trump won. Everybody wanted to cancel her because of this, right? Even though she was just a black woman trying to get that bag, right? Everybody wanted to cancel her because she just sung a gospel song at his inauguration. This is when the world was so brainwashed by, you know, the media telling you to hate Trump and all of these other things, people not thinking for themselves, people not seeing things for what they are. So the black community canceled Chrisette Michelle. She lost a lot of gigs. She lost a lot of support. She lost a lot of opportunities because she simply sung a gospel song at the inauguration. Fast forward to 2024, look how many Negroes are voting for her. I mean, voting for Donald Trump. Nobody says sorry to this black woman. Nobody is apologizing for publicly attacking this black woman when she never spoke out in support of Donald Trump ever. All she was trying to do is get the bag. That's it. But the black community cast this black woman aside just because she chose them to get that bag by singing at his inauguration. That's insane. Take a look. Let me show y'all the video. Show y'all this. This is what I'm saying. We got to just be so careful about how we treat black women just because, you know what I'm saying, you may not do enough research to look deeper into stuff. I don't think she never came out and said she supports Trump or she's voting Trump. She was simply just there to sing, get paid, and go. Okay? She's not really a political type of individual anyway. So I don't understand why people took that as her singing to get the bag as some type of endorsement of him. I really think she was just there to get her money. But Ben Shapiro was born with a tail. I believe it. So I'm going to show you guys this video, and I'm going to show you her response to all the backlash she got back when she did this.
Performance Grammy-nominated #1 song Intentional. Please welcome one of the hottest young stars in gospel today, Travis Green. Joined by his special guest, the amazing Grammy-winning artist Chrisette Michelle, and backed by Washington, D.C.'s own Abundant Life Choir.
The Bible says that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So whatever's happening in your life is not happening to you, but for you. Hands up like this, y'all ready? Let's start this thing off. Celebrating the risen and the living Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's intentional, y'all. Really be so.
I'm laughing because when he started waving, when he started waving his hands, y'all noticed them white folks, them Trump supporters, they was all off beat. They wasn't even waving their hands in rhythm to the song. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see that? He was waving his hand one way and they were waving it a whole other way. Watch. Look, y'all see the audience is waving their hand and there's a bunch of Europeans, right? I want y'all to see how the Negroes is waving their hands and how these white folks is waving in a whole nother direction. They just can't get with the rhythm, you know? They want the rhythm, but they can't handle the blues. Nigga, they can't handle the blues nor the rhythm. I'm just saying. But like, take a look. Let me show you again. I just thought that was funny.
Celebrating the risen and the living Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's intentional, y'all.
Look at that. It's a whole nother direction. Boy, I don't know. I just find that funny. Okay, let's keep going. My bad, y'all. I'm going to fast forward to Chrisette Michelle. She did a pretty good job on this video. Okay, we'll stop it there. So she did that little thing, you know what I'm saying, trying to get her back. And then I want y'all to see the backlash. And it was mostly from the Black community that went in on her, okay, which is sad. It's always our own people. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't hold our people accountable, but y'all didn't even try to understand the circumstances of the situation. She was there for a bag. Nothing on that during that whole performance did she ever say, I support Trump, I'm a Trump supporter. They know that she's a Black woman. She can sing gospel. And so they possibly just paid her to do the dang thing. That was it. And probably a way to kind of make her name known because her label kind of threw her under the bus. And, you know, I guess, you know, you want to kind of take advantage of that. So let me show y'all this video of her responding to all the hate that she was getting from the Black community because of that performance that she did. Even though the performance was good, take a look. Go back to this. We be having short-term memory for real.
$1,000 because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to
of brokenness. My piece of brokenness was
oh, I'm just an R&B singer. Nobody knows I have a brain. Nobody knows I can help. Nobody knows I have something to say. Maybe this is the opportunity where I lend myself to an issue, something that's scary, something that's uncomfortable. I think there was a wound there that I was speaking from. And then the other side was, like I said, that illogical optimism where you're like, I can help. And you can't. You can't. And so I think that I didn't help. Yeah. And I think it was kind of that simple for me. Was, you know, baby girl, like sometimes things are out of your league. That situation, that experience was out of my league. There was nothing I could do to save the day. Yeah. But when you have that kind of like optimism, you think you can.
And I do think that people should embrace this sister. Okay, I know some people got too much pride to apologize because they now over here voting for the man that she didn't even come out in support of. I think we are too quick to discard Black women. Has she been a white woman? I mean, well, you know, I'll just say it would be a different situation if it was a white woman. But it's kind of sad how quick we are to cast our own aside just because maybe they doing something you don't necessarily agree with. Just like I say, I don't really rock with the whole camp thing, right? But I'm not going to throw my people out. I'm not going to pray that they get right with the Most High, right? I want that for them, you know. But this was unnecessary. It's because they have been manipulated. Look at this. Chrisette Michelle opens up about suicidal thoughts after Trump inauguration performance. You see, that's how much they beat this Black woman down, family. That's how much they beat this sister down. And that's why I'm bothered by it. Why do we treat our people like this? I mean, I know y'all don't, but I'm just saying Negroes in general, man. Like, why? She literally wanted to unalive herself. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go to the video. I don't know if I could play Breakfast Club. They be coming for people with the copyright. Chrisette Michelle on Trump backlash, suicide, miscarriages, controversy. See, this is why we can't be mistreating Black women, the daughters of Zion, because we have no idea. You know, women are emotional beings, and the things that we say as men, we got to be careful, and even other women to Black women, because you have no idea the weight that can bear on somebody's mind, on somebody's soul. And I'm not going to say the miscarriage was based alone on that, but I'm sure it had a lot to do with it because she was under a lot of duress, considering the things that were being said about her because of this one thing. So we're going to watch the video. I'm going to stop talking. You know what? I'm going to just play it anyway. I don't even care.
With markets approaching levels we haven't seen since 2020, now is the time to take control of your investments and manage price risk. For over 40 years, Advanced Trading has guided farmers through.
Listen. This suicidal thoughts, and she said that God was kind enough to soften the blow. I promise you, I felt him cover me like a blanket. I told him I was out of control. I told him I was having thoughts about leaving and not finishing. This morning, I'm telling him, "Why you mad?" And she has a new album, a new song called Strong Black Woman. And she just talked about what she's been going through during this whole time since she performed at Trump's inauguration. She says the Black community dropped her like crazy. She said, if social media wanted to pull me down, I guess they succeeded as it pertains to Capitol and Caroline Records. I completed an entire album, and my label decides to walk away from me. Capitol Records, I was quiet for a few days. I go into the studio and literally poured out my heart and soul, and the label decides to walk away from me.
So the label did her wrong. They saw that the Black community was pulling away from this Black woman. You know what I'm saying? And the label's like, well, you know, we use you to sell to the Black community, and the Black community ain't rocking with you. So Ashkenaz is like, I'm not rocking with you. This is sad, bro. This is so unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? And just because of that whole situation. And, you know, I sympathize with this woman. I do, because she's beautiful. She can sing. She's talented. She has a lot to offer. And, you know, it's just really sad, family. It really is to hear her. And then, you know, suffering a miscarriage and just feeling like you ain't really got nobody, right? Sad.
So not only did the whole Black community drop her, so did her record label. Right. She said, I went from someone being revered and loved to facing putting out an album in the worst climate of my musical career. Then she put suicidal thoughts. People ask how I'm so positive after all I've been through. When you're laying in bed naked next to a bottle of Bacardi and Xanax, when you wear pajamas morning and night, when you don't pick up the phone for weeks, months, when you're afraid to look at social media. I know I've sown positive seeds. I know I've lifted people. I know I've been a part of community activations and Black empowerment. When a community sticks its middle finger up at you and completely forgets everything you've ever done, you are worthless. So she talks about having this suicidal thoughts, and she said that God was kind enough to soften the blow. I promise you, I felt him cover me like a blanket. I told him I was out of control. I told him I was having thoughts about leaving and not finishing at all. He's called me to. He listened. Therein lied my therapy. And then
all right, we'll stop there. Y'all get the message. Y'all get the message. The strong Black woman talk is taking its toll. You know what? I'm gonna say this to you. I believe Black women are strong. I do. I don't believe it's to the strength of a man, no. But mentally, spiritually, I believe Black women are very, very strong. And I think that's why some Negroes don't want to be with them. Because I don't think a lot of Negroes can handle a strong Black woman. You have to be a strong Black man to be able to handle a strong Black woman. So if a person is not built to handle a strong Black woman as a strong Black man, nigga, that's on you. I'm just saying. I prefer the strong Black woman versus, anything else. Because at the end of the day, I'm a strong Black man and I need a strong Black woman by my side to complement my strong Black masculinity and her strong Black femininity. There's nothing better. You can't convince me anything other than that. So I don't think when a woman says I'm a strong Black woman, obviously, when you think about the daughters of Zion, they were raised and they were around strong Black men. And back in the biblical days, the Israelites did not believe in like single parent homes and were affected by, splitting of families and all these things. There are some other political dynamics that go along with this, but if you think about the children of Yasharal that were in direct covenant with Yahuwah, these men would have been walking upright in a way to show these women and their daughters and their sons how to be, right? Because they were in covenant directly with the Most High. So when I think of that strong Black woman, I think of that as a beautiful thing. But I do understand that the liberal-minded Black woman, and I'm saying liberal-minded, not all Black women, but the liberal-minded Black woman has used that to empower herself with feminism and not femininity. Because femininity is a strength in a Black woman. It is a strength. It's not a weakness. It is a strength. That's what men are drawn to. Femininity. The more stronger and more feminine you are, the more a man is drawn to you. Because we as masculine men, we want the opposite of what we are. So a woman using femininity or using what's the word I'm looking for? Using a Black woman using feminism over femininity is a problem for me, because feminism is really female masculinity. It's not female femininity. There's a difference. There is a difference. I just don't think that. I think people kind of like misunderstand what that really is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you, here in these Western countries, you see a lot more of the femininity spirit because it's had more power on some of the daughters of Zion in this country, in these Western countries. It's a Western ideal because you don't really see that in like places outside of America. You don't see that in, the Caribbean. You don't see that in Africa. You don't see that in Honduras. You don't see that in Brazil. Those women tend to be raised in a way where they never break away from that level of femininity, not feminism, that was passed on from the mother's mother to the mother's mother's mother, and so on and so forth. It's been passed down. So it's really Western countries where you really see a lot of this like feminism stuff. And that's not all Black women. Let's not, generalize here. But it's more prevalent in Western society than it is anywhere else. It's an American thing, if I'm being honest with you. Feminism is to replace the order of submission. Right. Because, I mean, the Most High, he got a way things should be. He got a way that, he expects women to be, and he got a way he expects men to be, and nobody can disturb that order. You over here talking about JC. Now I just think you just going off for no reason. I'm just like, what the heck is this? Talking about JC. We don't believe in Jesus, right? I mean, we believe in the Messiah of the scriptures, but his name ain't Jesus, and he sure ain't white. Uh-oh. All right, looking at these polls, fam. This man is at 210, and she's at 113. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well. I think some of these other states are starting to come in. He's at 210. She's at 113. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more states to go. And you can see the majority of them are red. And some of these dark colored ones, I think would be usually where he's in the majority at. I mean, there's barely a neck and neck. There barely is. I mean, even if you look at Minnesota, he's at 61.2 or she's at 36.5. It's not even close. I'm just sticking around. Very interesting. 115. I'd be surprised if she even gets 114, honestly. I mean, she could. Who knows? She could probably get more than that. But I don't think it's going to come anywhere close to where he is. And again, I'm still holding on to the concept in my mind that this could flip very, very quickly and very, very easily. And that's when panic will break out. That's when chaos and dangerous things can start to happen, when things flip so quickly. When you have what would be considered a projected victory, and what if they do something like, oh, we got to recount, oh, we got to do this, oh, we got to get that, right? It could definitely change the atmosphere of the situation. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is funny. Look at this. Oh, my. CNN just called the entire election. Harry Sisson, still a fag. Oh, boy. The internet wins again. Current electoral votes for the 2024 presidential election. Well, he's still in the lead there. Breaking. Bernie Moreno, the Republican candidate for U.S. Senate from Ohio, just defeated incumbent Sherrod Brown. So you've got another Republican in the House or in the Senate. Interesting. So even if they have to shave off a few of these Negroes or a few of these Republicans, it looks like it'll still be pretty much majority Republican House, Senate. And if that happens, Project 2025 will definitely happen, because even if he doesn't get in, they have it in a way where they can make sure he does, where they can ensure a Republican president, even if it's not him, which most likely it will be. But there is no sense of reeling the Black community into this, right? Without there being some greater agenda. Every time they factor you into something, there's always a greater agenda. We already know the Democrats' whole agenda is to unalive our children and push gay pride and homosexuality on us. But you have to wonder what his intention is, right? Because Kamala Harris already came out and said, I'm not going to do anything just for Black people, and she don't identify as a Black woman and all these other things. So you have to ask yourself, what is his intention for the Black community? And as I've said before, he hasn't said a damn thing about any of it, which is why I'm like, there's something more here. There is definitely something. I got this song on my album coming out called Always Something. It's always something to be fine. That's what this kind of reminds me of, like, as I just sit here and look at how all this is going down. Are they still alive? Trump takes Arkansas's 2024 elections. Yeah, just won Arkansas. That was 2 hours ago. I'm so behind right now. Trump wins Idaho. That was just now. He won Idaho. Okay, so he just got Idaho. That was literally just right now. Okay, so we see he won Oregon. He won Idaho. Georgia. We looked at Georgia earlier. Man, it'd be so sad, bro, when I see black people getting excited about this, though. And this woman is black. Like, this is, well, I don't know. She probably could be mixed. But, people. Let's see. Trump is won. Trump wins Idaho. Trump wins. See, they're already in their mind. They're already like, he won this. Like, he's going to win. Like, you know, it is what it is. They've already accepted that in their minds. Breaking. 45th Donald Trump president wins Idaho via Reuters. Donald Trump takes Idaho. Okay, let's go back to those numbers and see what we got. He was at 214. This Idaho thing should change some stuff here. Okay, hold on. Still at 214. Well, family. That was a big jump. She was at 115, and now she's at 179. You see what I'm talking about? Do you see the games and the games they're playing? Family, she jumped from 115 to 179. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Kathy is in the building. All praises to the Most High. She just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, sis. Family, please show this beloved moderator some love. She really be trying to make sure everybody a member. Shout out to her. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, Turbo called it, fam. Callie, right? And I was like I said, bro, I told you, I was like, man, I can't even see Callie ever being red. There's no way under the dome. They got too many agendas they push out there. And then you got to think about Hollywood and all that. Ain't no way they're going to be red. So a 179, 115 to 179. Yeah, Idia Maccabees, you called it too. You did. I gotta say, you said, like, hey, wait till Cali comes into play. You said it, right? And I was kind of agreeing with you because I'm like, I'm from Cali, and I know that Cali ain't gonna be with the Republican stuff. No, definitely not. So this changes some things, okay? Because we still have Nevada, which, if I'm being honest with you, Nevada's hard to say because I've lived in Cali and I've lived in Nevada. Nevada is more neutral than it is Republican or Democrat. Because if you go to Nevada, you will see gambling, you will see prostitutes, you will see all of those different kind of things, right? But you do have certain areas that are, you know what I'm saying, more Republican. You've got Trump supporters in Nevada. You do. I've seen them. You go to the trailer parks, you'll see them Trump supporters with the Confederate flags and all of that. But when you go out there, you don't really see much of a political push to either one side or the other. It's very, very in the middle. So Nevada will be interesting. But from what I can see from my experiences out there, it does have much more of a Trumpian kind of flavor to it. But it could still be more liberal-minded because it is a place where people go to sin. Now, let me just be clear here. I didn't go there to sin. Okay, I just want to be clear because y'all like, yeah, so you stayed out there. Yeah, I did for a little while. It was during the pandemic, bro. California had shut everything down. So I was like, man, y'all ain't finna make me stay in the house all day. So I just drove from LA to Vegas, and I got there in like 2.5 hours. Kathy says, how did I miss you? Sis, I'm not sure. Like, you're like the second person. I've done 3 lives today, or this is the 3rd live. Salaki, 3rd live. People have been saying that they haven't been getting notifications. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it could be possibly another shadow ban. I was having some, as you know, I was having some connectivity issues earlier as well. So, you know, I'm not sure. I mean, this does happen a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. It's weird. Ilya Maccabee says, I think Nevada has 17 e-votes. E-votes. Oh, you mean like mail-in? Are you talking about mail-in votes or e-votes on electronic votes? What's e-votes, sis? I'm just trying to figure it out. This is interesting though. And that's what I was telling y'all. Don't kind of be so sure that something could go one way or another, because you see how much she jumped up, okay, in just a little bit of time. He won Idaho, and then boom, she's at 179 and he's at 214. This could easily change very, very quickly. It could get to a point where they neck and neck, and they both sitting at, she at 268, he at 259. You never know. You never know. But we're going to keep our eye on it, all right? We're going to definitely keep our eye on it. That was a big jump right there. That was a huge jump. Oh, electoral college votes. Right. Yeah, you got the electoral college votes that also play into it. But that's the thing. It's like the electoral college, even with voting, it doesn't make any sense, because the electoral college, they have the final say. Like, they look at the popular vote, right? They look at the popular vote, the popular candidate, but they still decide who actually becomes prez. So, you know, people don't like to ignore that. Like, that's not a defining factor in all of this, but it really is. Okay, let's see what else we got. Refreshing. I'm looking to see what we'll get as far as the coverage, as far as everybody else. We'll look at some more people that are talking about this as well. Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think Pittsburgh is going to be very, very interesting as well. We only got like, a few more states left, like 4 or 5, including Hawaii. Uh-oh. It says, what a disaster. Let me show y'all this. It says, what a disaster. They got 2 songs accidentally playing at once and the energy is gone. Kamala Harris reportedly throwing a tantrum backstage as she looks over the numbers and is refusing to come out. Is that actually a fact, or is that you assuming that? Bro, they got 2 songs playing at the same time? Yikes. Oh, man, you got to play that Gloria Gaynor. You got to play that Gloria Gaynor. Uh-oh. Elizabeth Warren has won her re-election for Senate in Massachusetts. So you have 1 Democrat in the Senate so far from what we looked at. I'm sure there's others that we'll see as we keep going. But you had 2 Republicans that got in the Senate. And now you have 1 Democrat so far. Right. It ain't over till it's over. Well, it's already over. I mean, they already selected their next puppet, but you know. I don't even think that was true, Kiara. I think somebody just said that just to say that. It's not like they actually see what she's doing. I'm just saying. I just think people just say that because they're just trying to be funny. So look at this. This is during the election of Joe Biden and Trump. 2016, right? Would that be 20? Yeah. No, last election. So look how red it was for the most part, right? Now, if we compare this to the current, how many more states actually became blue? I'm sorry, not blue, but red. Minnesota became red. Let's look at Washington. Washington is still blue, obviously. Georgia became completely red. Right here, you can see Georgia was once more liberal, but now it's become red. Most of these states all throughout the Midwest and a little bit up towards the east are mostly red states. But there are some states in the South that have become more red that were not initially red, such as Georgia, such as, well, Alabama was red back then. But I just find this to be very, 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 very interesting. Very, very interesting. Family, if you haven't hit the like, please hit the like. Oh yeah, they get Minnesota. They get Minnesota that their pick, their VP pick. Hillary went missing after, remember? Yeah. All right. Okay, fam, we're going to keep it going. We're going to look at some more of this coverage on this from the other platforms because I'm just interested to see what others are saying. Look at this Negro right here, bro. This stuff right here just is beyond me. Okay? Just listen to what he says out of his own mouth. I played this before, but I know some of y'all didn't see it. But just listen to what type of witchcraft our people are under.
Now I'm just gonna tell you motherfucking niggas straight out the door. Don't fuck with my motherfucking president. Do you understand me? Nigga, we ride with Donald Trump over here, nigga. Draco, we ain't playing with you motherfucking niggas.
That's his president. All right? And this is the brainwashing our people are under currently, where they want to, talking about pointing a gun at their own people because you want to ride for the white man. I'm just saying. I find it kind of strange, find it kind of goofy. Kana Ada is in the building. Shalom, sis. All praises to the Most High. Family, please show her some love. She be doing her thing on Instagram. She be cracking me up all the time, for real. But yeah, that type of coonery, because that's what I gotta call it, to go so hard for the white man is just crazy, man. Like, and again, this man is doing this with no type of promise being made towards what he's gonna do for Negroes or anything of that nature. He just said, vote for me, and Negroes is like, well, he got shot at. Well, he a felon, so I guess we gonna vote. We could relate to that. That's crazy, cuz that is insane. Matter of fact, let's finish watching it. I'm gonna give you a language warning. All right, you already see what type of time this Negro's on, but yeah.
You understand me? Keep my motherfucking president name out your mouth. Fuck, nigga. Any motherfucking nigga, white, black, Chinese, Mexican, if you want to build that wall, let them build it. You motherfucking niggas out there think it's a game. I'm going to go to war behind Donald Trump. That's right. Do you understand me? We're going to go to motherfucking war, Trump. You got some motherfucking soldiers, boy, right here on your side, boy.
Yeah, that sounds like what the house Negro did in slavery days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, massa, I die for you, massa. This is Samuel Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio all the way. It's just a new form of it. This is the only difference is Uncle Ruckus, Samuel Jackson got a Draco. That's the only difference, nigga. That's the only difference. Hey, y'all remember in Django Unchained, Leonardo DiCaprio got smoked by Jamie Foxx, right? And Samuel Jackson, he over there crying and hugged up with him. Unfortunately, I do not think at all that Cuz was trolling. I don't think that. I believe he was 100%. He wasn't playing. He was serious. He was definitely serious. But this is what you got with our people today, unfortunately. We ain't got off of the wine of Babylon. We still drunk off her wine. And again, I'm telling you already, it don't matter if Trump the Edomite wins or Camel Toe Kamala Koala Harris wins. The persecution of the children of Israel, Yasharal, ain't going to get any better. All right. And it's going to get worse for us because we know we're soon to leave. And honestly, if Trump wins, if there is a civil war, just know I'm ready. It don't mean I need to go out there looking for trouble, but if you come to my door, you know what I'm doing with that thing. Because that's what they want. And if there's not a civil war because he doesn't win, there will be one because he does win. He already said he want to give you, give the police immunity. He said he's going to do a lot of things for them folks. So, it's just some things to think about for real, family. Yeah, hey, I got a saying that I always like to use. It's like, they come knocking, I come glocking. And over here, we stay ready. We ready for whatever go down. And honestly, I've been waiting for a moment to show some of these individuals that don't like me what I'm about. Because, they think I'm all talk. Like, I really ain't from the streets for real. I still got some of that in me. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, for them type of people like his folks, it's whatever. But I stay with my stuff. Always. Listening, this is the beginning of sorrows regardless. You know what? Trump said something a long time ago, and I don't know if y'all remember, but remember he said it was a calm before the storm? I almost feel like what he was saying, even back then, was something he was saying that would happen in the future. Because I've been believing for a long time that the calm before the storm will succeed a Donald Trump presidency. I've always believed that. The calm before the storm would be something that happens unexpectedly when things seem to be okay, right? There's a calm, then there's a storm. I believe what he was saying was speaking of a time such as now. All they have to do is get you to believe that everything is good. And then before they know it, bad things start happening. Kim Terry says, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. He said that. And he had a bunch of people standing around him and they was taking pictures and stuff like that. He said, it's the calm before the storm. Yep. I know exactly what it is. King Shaq Yahuda says, white Christian nationalism versus LGBT, immigration, abortion, all evil. Right. All of it is. All of it is. And I guarantee y'all, bro, if this man gets in office, bro, he gonna make y'all try to force you to worship his white Jesus, his pagan Sunday worship, and all this Christian heathen stuff. That's what they do. It's not good enough to let you live how you live as an Israelite, but they gotta always try to force you to, worship their white man because they want to be worshipped. That's what their game is. And Kamala, on the other hand, she wants you to continue to kill your babies. This dude right here is such a tap dancer. He gets on my nerves. He talks a lot of truth, but I think he purposefully plays this dumb role. This is Malcolm X talking about the Democrat Party. Take a listen.
Suggest that Negroes vote for in the coming election. I wouldn't suggest that they vote for any party or either party. I would suggest that the so-called Negroes become politically mature, realize the power that they hold in the field of politics, and then once the person who is running is aware that this man is awakened to the power that he holds, then that person who is running will approach that Negro on a more intelligent plane. As it is right now, most of the Negro leaders sell out to the white politicians for crumbs. And an awakening, a political awakening among Negroes will make it impossible for the present Negro leaders to sell our people out as they've been doing in the past. So you do think Negroes should vote? Negroes should do whatever is necessary to bring about a complete solution to their problem. If it, when I say whatever is necessary, they should have the flexibility to do whatever is necessary to solve the problem.
You see why they took this man out, y'all? He was way too... Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Way ahead of his time, Ak. Way ahead of his time. They can't have that. They can't have Negroes that's able to tell our people centuries and centuries ago never to eat from the white man's table, no matter what he's offering you, right? and we can still see fast forward to 2024 present day, it's still the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. The only thing they've gotten more good at is switching up their tactics. But yeah, Aqua's definitely way ahead of his time. And I feel like, you know, when he came out of Islam, the only natural way he would have went is to become an Israelite for real. Okay, so it still look like the numbers are staying the same. She's at 179. He's at 230. Very close. Now it's starting to kind of get into that neck and neck kind of place. Now, I talked about my assumptions for Nevada, but I'm wondering about Alaska and Hawaii. I'm kind of wondering where they would fall in the political spectrum. Oh, she just jumped up to 187. Y'all just saw that. It just changed 170 to 187. So apparently this is live updated, so I don't have to keep refreshing. It's going to automatically update. But, oh boy, it's starting to get in the neck and neck. Now, Aki was like, I don't know, maybe she only going to get 115. He got Ohio. Well, I knew he would get Ohio. Ohio's been red for quite some time. You know, I live in Ohio, bro. You can find Confederate flags, Trump flags all throughout this state. I used to work for this job, and they used to love to send me to them sundown town type areas. I know they have them out here. I never actually been to a sundown town, but I know this one job I used to do medical delivery, and they used to always send me to the places where you find those trailer parks with those Trump flags and them. You know what I'm saying? Those Confederate flags. They used to always do that to me. It's like, y'all know what y'all doing, bro. I'm just saying. I told one of my coworkers, like, man, I'm gonna have to bring a strap with me to work, bro. These heathens ain't finna catch me lacking. I'm just saying. Let your car break down out there where you at, and you don't know where you at. They was definitely trying to set me up. They was racist, bro. The job was trying to tell me, like, yeah, he's like, man, they don't like us because he was an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? He knew who he was. He saw my ZZ tone and all of that, so he knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, they don't like us, man. I was like, man, I'm already knowing, bro. Had this other Negro I used to hang out with out there, and you know, they was sending him to that same area all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like the job, honestly, bro, because it was so many, like, my boss was a tranny. You know what I'm saying? The other dude that I worked for was gay. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you trying to get me to call you a sir when you clearly a woman. You was literally a woman last year. Hell no. I knew she was going to get the West Coast, the Transformers for her. Right. The Decepticons. That's what I call them, says the Decepticons. I knew she was going to get Cali, though, because that's where I'm from. So I would have known all talk that she was going to get that for sure. I knew she was gonna get that. I'm just a little kind of like New Hampshire. She got New Hampshire for sure. So pretty much all of this right here is blue, and then you got red going throughout the Midwest, and then you got some of this right here, the Midwest, and then you got mostly red here on the East, except Illinois. Illinois went completely blue, but I expected that. I'm gonna be honest, like California, Washington, they said Trump got Oregon. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He didn't get Oregon. She got Oregon. Most states that I expect to be blue that are 100% liberal, I would have never expected them to go red at all, honestly. I can't say I'm too surprised about Alabama, Georgia, those kind of areas, but you know, like New York, Illinois, California, Oregon, AZ is typically more Republican for sure. But again, when I look at Nevada and I look at Arkansas or Alaska and I look at Hawaii, I look at Nevada, Alaska, and Hawaii, I'm not really sure because I know Nevada is definitely neutral. And I think the reason why it's taken so long with these other two is because they are neutral. They are neutral states, meaning there's not a political leaning that's widely seen within these states. If you go to Nevada, like I said, there's not much of a political push out there. Not like in places like California, Texas, New York, whether it's more far right leaning or whether it's more far left leaning, you just don't really see much of that. People kind of just do their own thing when they go to Nevada. Alaska said they're not going to get theirs in until 1 o'clock. Dang, boy, I don't plan on being here that long, y'all, but we just getting through it. We getting through it. Lele says, I'm from Cali and I'm still disappointed because she wreaked havoc here. Oh, sis, listen. I grew up in LA, man. Skid Row will never be the same. And Skid Row, you know what I'm saying, it's always been kind of bad. You've always had like that drug element downtown and stuff like that. But what it's become now, family, is just atrocious. I mean, the church is over there handing out crack pipes. Let me show you something, family. And then the area that I grew up in, which is West LA, is completely gentrified. Ain't nothing but white folks in where I grew up at, which was the hood, which is crazy. Asians and all of them folk. So let me show y'all this. So the Catholic charities, they actually give you a room where you can use drugs. They give you a room where you can shoot up all you want. Okay? They're not about trying to get you to stop doing these things. They will give you the means to be able to do it. Let me see if I can find a video. Hold on. Facility sheds. Let's see. First, I'm going to show you that they're giving out paraphernalia to do that. Then I'm going to show you that they give you a place where you can do it. But this is what these liberals do, though. Let's see. I know there's a video here. A Narcan kit. Look at this. This is California, essentially. Fresh. My bad, y'all. I had to refresh that thing. What the heck? I get some damn piano playing, cuz. Like, how did I get to that? There we go.
Hello, everybody. Today at Catholic
no sound. Hold on.
I took my Narcan training. And the Narcan training, this is if someone is experiencing overdose,
you assess the situation, and then you just spoke the Narcan up their nose, and so I did the training, and so please with the opioid and the the opioid and the addiction and everything like that. If there's a place where you can get Narcan training, it's very good to have.
You see that? She is high out of her mind. And I'm not trying to talk down on her or nothing like that, but it's sad, bro. Let's see. Homeless shelters, pass out. I mean, I'm talking about they giving them needles, they giving them meth pipes. Look at that. Government-funded meth pipes handed out to the LA homeless. They want us to kill each other, family. Look. This is what I was trying to show you.
Hey, two buddies, it is game time. Out of these two thumbnails, one of them scored 40% more clicks than the other. Can you guess which one?
It's extremely controversial. It's called the harm reduction service. Those who support it say it prevents the spread of disease. Those against it say it's enabling drug addicts.
These people are passing out crystal meth pipe to the homeless.
Tony Anthony couldn't believe it until he witnessed it himself.
Can I get a crystal pipe? You got any?
Look at that. You see that, family? You see that? That's what they use to smoke that stuff. And they handing out to them. And it's these Caucasians, okay? This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they want you to kill yourself. And they know that a lot of the stuff that they getting off the street is most likely being laced with fentanyl. I wouldn't be shocked if there was fentanyl in this already. Okay? I wouldn't be shocked if that was already in this pipe. Okay? I would not be shocked. But look at that melanated hand. Look who they hand it to, and they don't hesitate. They don't ask no questions. Are you okay? Do you need something to eat? Instead of feeding these Negroes who are hungry, you're going to hand them something to kill themselves. That's no different than handing a man that's suicidal the gun loaded up. This is just disgusting. And this is why, honestly, bro, California is just not what it once was. Disgusting.
You appreciate that. They have boxes of it, passing it out, and I'm like, this is a damn shame. They shouldn't be doing that.
Workers from the nonprofit Homeless Healthcare Los Angeles riding around in a golf cart through the streets of Skid Row, passing out meth pipes.
Monday through Friday, I have seen them.
The broken used pipes can be seen all over the place. A sickening sight for Tony, who lives in this area.
Look, I live down, this is my community. I don't want to see this.
The executive director of Homeless Healthcare Los Angeles refused an interview with Fox 11 News and wouldn't issue a statement. But in a phone call, he said free meth pipes is a safety issue and part of a harm reduction program similar to handing out clean needles.
They're passing out instruments of death. That's what they are, instruments of death.
While this gentleman thinks it's a bad idea to pass out meth pipes to people experiencing homelessness, this man who goes by the...
And see, these people have no shame, family. They have no shame being filmed, being on camera, being seen doing this, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to them that there's another dead Negro laid out on the street because you just gave him something to kill himself, which that octa just said, it's an instrument of death, essentially. They have no shame. They don't care about us. And how many times do I have to tell y'all that? All we got is Yahuwah, family. And again, you think Trump getting in office is going to stop killing the Negro? They want to get rid of us any way they can. And it doesn't matter if he's in, it don't matter if there's Democrats, Republicans. The unaliving of our people is not going to stop until the Most High gets us out of here, which is why we got to be in covenant with him. We got to believe in Yahusha, right? Keep his laws, keep his commandments, because the war against the Negro is never going to stop, unfortunately. Even when we get into our land, if you read the book of Ezekiel 38, it talks about Russia and these European nations coming to the city to try to take what we got that the Most High gave us. They're not going to stop. He got to stop them. Yeah, we could, get rid of a few of them. Have the driveways in the streets looking like smeared mashed potatoes. But it's up to him to really, really finish these people off. I'm just saying.
This man who goes by the name Catfish. How many times have they given you the crack pipes? Says it can save a life.
Pick up the wrong pipe or use the wrong pipe, you're going to die. If you pick up the wrong needle and use the wrong needle, you're going to die. This right here is saving your life and a whole lot of other people's lives.
Safety issue. If you walk down Skid Row and see the people that's on methamphetamine and got sores all over their body, their teeth falling out, bumps all over their face, running down the street buck naked. That ain't no safety.
No.
They don't need to be coming down here, passing out these glass pipes.
When you enable people,
and you know what's
to
crazy?
stay in an addiction that
they got a lot of these white folk that are on worse stuff than the Negroes, right? I mean, you literally got white folks out here cooking meth in their tents, on Venice Beach in Cali, LA. And but they have a mission to go after us more so than them white folks, even though they're using harder drugs than us. And heroin, for example, has never been a black man thing, a black person thing for any measure. They always doing that stuff, right? And it's just so interesting to me that even on camera, they make sure that you see that it's Negroes that they're handing this over to. And you be finding Negroes laid out on the street in California. You don't know if they dead. You don't know if they sleep because they've been on that meth and they've been up, 6 or 7 days. And the sleep finally hits them. And then they just pass out right there in the middle of the street. You don't know if they dead. You don't know if they okay. You checking in with them and they ain't going to respond to you. And they actually not dead. They just sleep because they ain't slept in 6 days. It's gotten bad out there, family. These Democrats, that's what they doing.
will kill them That is not the right method, in my opinion.
Andy Bales, president and CEO of Union Rescue Mission, believes Homeless Healthcare Los Angeles is flat out wrong in their approach to helping people living on the street.
Their philosophy is that people are free to do whatever they want, and let's assist them in doing it in a safe way. Well, there is no safe way.
Bino, what's up?
to
Oxalone.
use a deadly substance, right? There is no safe supply of deadly fentanyl when even a little speck of it can cause you to have an overdose death.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, family. Whoa, we'll shut this down. It's kind of hard to watch. Be careful. All right. I know some of our people mess with this medical marijuana stuff. You need to be very, very careful about this, because that medical marijuana is also compromised, y'all. They are putting fentanyl in that too. Anytime the government gets their hand on $1 billion industry, there is always something that they're going to do to try to achieve their agenda of getting rid of us. And they know, I mean, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or nothing, but they understand that we typically gravitate towards that industry to make money and also to consume. Be careful about that stuff. All right. I'm not being a person to advocate smoking marijuana. The Most High has helped me overcome that. I was doing it for a very long time, y'all. I'm not going to hide that from you until I started getting convictions about doing it. And I stopped. But they are also putting fentanyl in your medical cannabis shops, which is why they want to get their hand on it. Like I said, I'm from the hood, bro. I mean, we have weed shops all in the hood, right? And the government started having a problem with Negroes running weed shops in the hood, because they didn't want to pay taxes to the government. And whenever the government cannot control something, they shut you down, okay? Even though you got Europeans in the nicer areas that don't pay taxes, or probably don't, if they pay taxes, they hardly pay taxes, that are allowed to operate all out in the open. Meanwhile, us Negroes in the hood that had weed shops, we was, in the back of the barbershop, little low-key spot that don't stick out. But nonetheless, now that they're forcing a lot of the Negroes in the hood to comply with the regulations, and they're getting weed from suppliers and this person and that person, you just don't know what you're smoking anymore. Weed ain't like what it was when I was young, when it was the chronic, and now you got the kush and the hyper kush and all this other stuff. Like I said, I don't live that lifestyle no more, family, but I think y'all need to be careful. All right. Anything that they pushing on you, always know it's not for your benefit. All right, we're gonna look at this. Look at these results, fam, and see what's popping. Okay. All right. Well, she jumped again, y'all. She jumped again. She is now at 192, and he's still sitting at, was that 230? And she's at 192. So it's getting pretty close. Now, nothing on Nevada. I'm assuming they're about to, let's see. So if it's 11 right now, so 10, 9, 8. Okay, so we're probably not going to hear nothing from Nevada probably until about 12, I'm assuming. Because over there right now would probably be around 8. So around 9 is when their polls probably are going to close. So we probably ain't going to know nothing until like 12. But she's at 192. She was at 178, and then she jumped up to 192. So now it's starting to get a little interesting. Before, you were just almost like, oh, well, I guess it's over. You know what I'm saying? But now you're starting to see that could easily change. Kathy says, Yexter, I'm so thankful your Owen delivered you. He did me too. And I have done a lot of different street drugs in my lifetime. Oh, sis. All praises to the Most High for deliverance, because fortunately, I've never had issues with drugs like that. But being a Negro in the hood and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? All we had was weed. I was never tempted enough to go deeper than that, because my father, he was on that Ronald Reagan. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a crack epidemic. I've seen what drugs have done to my family members, bro. And a lot of them is on that stuff. So that was enough to keep me away from that. I used to smoke. I smoked a lot of weed, though, but I just got to a point where I just couldn't enjoy it no more, because I always felt convicted. Like, People laugh when I say this, bro, but I was killing people's highs, bro. I was like, man, yo, Usha coming back, man. What if he catch me with this blunt in my mouth, man? Like, it's going to be a wrap for me. You know what I'm saying? And my homie's like, nigga, Yexer, stop talking about the Bible, man. You killing my high. I was ruining niggas' highs, bro. Ruining my own high, man. Paranoid that the Most High gonna see me smoking weed, bro. I'm like, I couldn't handle it, bro. It was too much. Kana Ada says, they were saying he controlled the 3 major states she needs. That could change some things. And, listen, if you look at the whole Project 2025 thing, listen, the last time the Republicans were accusing the Democrats of voter fraud and all this other stuff. But if you read Project 2025 and you see the snake-like people that are behind this, like, bro, let me show y'all this. Elon Musk was paying a whole bunch of people to register Republican. He was paying them to do that. So there is some meddling going on here, which is why I say that Republicans and Democrats altogether are just hypocrites. Let me show y'all this real quick. There is some stuff going on here. Look at this. Let me share my screen. She jumped again. All right, sis, I'm going to go check it in one sec. Look, Elon Musk's 1 million a day voter sweepstakes can proceed, a Pennsylvania judge says. This pale-faced devil is out here paying people to register Republican. How is that not voter fraud? I'm just saying, isn't that what the Republicans were accusing the Democrats of doing? Philadelphia, the 1 million a day voter sweepstakes that Elon Musk's political action committee is hosting in swing states can continue through Tuesday's presidential election, a Pennsylvania judge ruled Monday. Common Pleas Court Judge Angelo Filodia, ruling after Musk's lawyer said the winners are paid spokespeople and not chosen by chance, did not immediately explain his reasoning. I don't believe that at all. District Attorney Larry Krasner, a Democrat, called the process a scam designed to actually influence a national election and asked that it should be shut down. Musk's lawyer, Chris Gober, said the first 2 recipients before Tuesday's presidential election will be in Arizona on Monday and Michigan on Tuesday. The $1 million recipients are not chosen by chance, Gober said Monday. We know exactly who will be announced as the $1 million recipient today and tomorrow. See, that's cap. That's gaslighting. Okay? So, again, they talk about election fraud. They talk about they stole the election. But this dude is literally incentivizing people to register Republican and vote for Donald Trump, even if you are not a registered voter. If you are on record as a registered voter and you are young and impressionable, and then you've got $1 million hanging over your head, it's very, very easy to steer somebody towards voting for Trump. This is what I'm saying. Both sides are completely compromised, family. It doesn't matter how you look at it. Anytime you got people like him in positions of power and there's money, there's damn sure going to be a hell of a lot of corruption. That's just the way it goes. She just won VA? Hold on. Let me check. She just won VA? Oh, snaps. She did. Virginia. Whoa. Whew. Okay. Well, she's at, hold on, let me scroll out. She is at 205 and he's at 230. Okay, so now we getting somewhere. I think the next about an hour to an hour and a half is where it gets really, really interesting. Now, obviously, as I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be on here. I definitely ain't gonna be on here all night, but I'll try to stick around as long as I can, family, and we could try to keep our eyes on this, but I just have a feeling this is gonna go well over into tomorrow. It could. We'll see. We'll see. But that's interesting. Wow. Man. You never know. I know 2 or 3 hours ago, some of y'all was like, oh, it's a sure thing. But now you're seeing how quick she jumped. And that's usually how it goes in these kind of situations. Big Des is in the building. What's up, Aki? If Kamala loses Pennsylvania, she done. I think a lot of this is contingent upon Pennsylvania. Now, as far as a victory for either side, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. But I do think it's going to have a significant impact on who does win, whether it leans more in her favor or if it leans more in his favor. A lot of people have their eyes on Pennsylvania. So I do think that that's going to be a determining factor, but I don't think that that's going to be a factor that possibly leads to a victory. That's kind of hard to say. Ilyam Maccabees also says he wins PA or in Michigan. Right. And that's also what we're looking for right now. Because there's still a few that haven't really, they have projected winners, but some of them are not fully set in stone right now. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia. So Georgia's still being counted right now. So anything that you see with a darker brownish tinge to it or shade means that it's not official. Now, they always come up with projections for what color that state is going to turn, but that does change, okay? So you got to factor in Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Alaska, and Hawaii, okay? So there's still some ways to go here, okay? He just got the vote. Just jumped. What did he just get? Hold on, I'm trying to see. He just jumped up just a little bit just now. I think it was Georgia. I could be wrong about that. These things move kind of fast sometimes, but he's at 230. She's 205. But at this point, anybody can get this. Anybody can get it. They say we might not know until Sunday. That's what I find to, or Saturday, Salaki, Saturday. And that's why I say it could be one of them type of situations. It could be one of those type of situations, which I think is part of the manipulation, if I'm being honest. Kathy says, Trump not going to get Michigan? You don't think so, sis? Michigan's blue, though. I mean, is it mostly liberal? Possibly. I mean, I don't know, because if you look at the states surrounding Michigan, you've got Indiana, you've got Ohio, you've got Kentucky, you've got Tennessee. A lot of these areas are very, very like right-leaning. Now, that doesn't have a direct impact on whether or not it becomes blue or red, but usually within the vicinity of a certain political ideology, the surrounding states would also somewhat adhere to that. That's not in every case, but in a lot of cases it can be. I live in Ohio, obviously, as you guys know. Indiana is pretty much very right-wing leaning, and then Kentucky is as well as Tennessee, Alabama going down. But Michigan could be interesting. What do you guys think about Wisconsin? I'm thinking Wisconsin would probably be more blue, but I could be wrong about that too, though. Who was Kim and Vlad rooting for? Judging by Kim Kardashian's costume of being the serpentine, either one. The Worthy Joshua 12 says, remove Detroit and Michigan is full red. So we were looking at some of these states here, and even though they're as full red, it's not set in stone with some of them. So if we look at Michigan, Trump is at 51.6%. He got 1.2 million votes, and she got 1.1 million votes. So this could change, okay? It might seem red now, but just understand that could change because you've got mail-in ballots. You've got a lot of different defining factors into this, which is why I say we may not know, right? We may not know. Now, it could even get crazier, right? What if we find out tonight and then they say, oh, well, there's still mail-in ballots and it actually leans more towards her. I'm just saying anything is possible, family. Anything is possible. Kathy says Michigan has always been Democratic, almost always Democratic. Okay, so then possibly. But then I'm factoring the fact that you have people who vote Democrat or have voted Democrat majority of their life that are just so displeased with the economy, and they're just like, okay, well, I'm voting for Trump. Azariah says, I don't know how she got IL or Illinois with their migrant problem. There's some sketchy counting going on up in this piece. Illinois has always been liberal, fam. I'm not shocked about it. And, you know, I do find that to be interesting, though, because, I mean, Illinois is one of the places immigration is so bad, right? So that is hard to understand. But like I said, I have a hard time accepting that a lot of these liberal states will just all of a sudden become Republican. That's so hard to do just like overnight like that. It would take a lot of easing people into that kind of stuff and ideologies and all of that. But when I think about some place like California, my home state, and I think about Hollywood, I think about the Ashkenazis that live out there, I think about the LGBT agenda and all of that other stuff. There's just no way under the dome certain states would become red because it would be a total offset of the economy of that state. That's why I'm saying when it comes to even Nevada, which the backbone of that economy would be gambling, right? Tourism. If it were to become a Republican state, that kind of stuff wouldn't be allowed. Therefore, boom, the economy tanks. So it's just certain when you have to factor in the economic draw that a state has when you're saying, okay, how would this become a red state affected? How would this red state become a blue state affected? You always have to factor that in. Republicans want Mitch bad, but I don't think they will get it. Probably not. Kind of hard to believe if they would be able to get Michigan. Illinois is liberal because of Chicago and Peoria, but they've had Republican governors in the recent past, right? I mean, usually they kind of ease themselves in when you have like certain governors and individuals, and they kind of change some things, and then it kind of opens the door for other people that are of the same political affiliation to kind of ease themselves in as well. If the powers that be should not want things done quickly, Harris will win. So in regards to that, sis, my response to that would be, they said that they want to accelerate the Great Reset, right? We know they have until 2030 to bring this out on us, everybody. My assertion and assumption in theory is they need a man who can get it done and get it done fast that the masses will trust in, okay? That is clearly Trump, right? Kamala Harris does not have the type of leadership quality to usher people into this system they're building, at least here in America. I can't talk about everywhere else. People don't take her seriously. Trump does have that ability. He is charismatic. He is very, very convincing. And he is also very, very good at deception. She's not very good at that. She'll tell you what she's about to your face, and she won't hide it. And then she'll laugh about it afterwards. Trump is so much more mysterious and secret. Now, obviously, to those of us with our eyes open, we see it for what it is. But this map should be proof. If it comes down to their agenda and what they want, he could be the man to do it. Again, that's just a deception. But Big Dad says, what's the deal with 2030? So they have something called Agenda 2030. And Agenda 2030 is basically which, if you want to call it the New World Order. Okay, so they want to establish this. I'll probably have to do a deeper teaching on it. But by Agenda 2030, they want to have instituted and created and implemented this new beast system and have it fully implemented by then. That's their plan. Agenda 2030. It used to be called Agenda 21. People started getting wise to it, and they ended up rebranding it to Agenda 2030. But they have these goals called Goals for Sustainable Development, where they want to basically re-govern the way in which we buy, we sell, we live, we eat. Everything you've ever heard about when it comes to conspiracy theories is essentially what it is. It is a utopian society. JD Vance will take up the effort. Trump may not be in the office for long. JD Vance will be sworn in. You know what? I was saying that earlier. JD Vance, because this is what I was talking with our audience here earlier. I was saying that look at all the programming. Look at all the programming that has been taking place when it comes to this man supposedly being shot at. Okay? They don't do these things for just cause and effect. There's always an agenda to it. The fact that it happened that one time, we all saw it, right? Or well, what we thought was what happened, right? Then the second and third time, because we was calling it out saying this is fake, the second and third time, it was alleged that's what happened to him. It was suggested that's what happened to him, but we saw no proof. That's conditioning. They're conditioning you for something. That I can tell you. Family, if you guys want to call in, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts because you guys are all bringing up some really, really great points. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If you guys want to call in, feel free to do so. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Just click the link. If you have anything you want to share with us, any thoughts about this or anything of that nature, we'll be glad to hear you. I'm going to just put my link here and pin it to the top. So if anybody wants to call in, they can. Call in to the show. Okay. If you do want to call in, I'm just asking you to be respectful. We may not always agree on things. That's okay, family. All right. If we can agree on your Ua and your Usha, that's enough for me. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna just pin this link to the top of the chat in case anybody wants to call in. You guys have any thoughts you want to share with us? We'll be happy to hear from you. My girl just texted me. Oh, yeah, she did. Okay, got to get back at her. Yeah, so I do believe that with Donald Trump and the times that he's been banged at, I believe that is also setting the stage for something to actually happen to him, and that could lead to the chaos. There's just so many ways this could go, family. There is just so many ways. That's why at this point, I'm not gonna throw out anything at this point. I feel like anything is possible. Let me just pin this to the top of the chat so if people want to come in and call in, you can. Okay. All right. Link is at the top of the chat if y'all want to call in. Looking like the numbers are staying where they're at. Michigan, Wisconsin, PA, Georgia, still kind of undecided in this regard, but we're watching closely. AZ still not really 100%. And if you look at AZ right here, Donald Trump is at 49.8 and she's at 49.4. She is 0.4% behind him. Interesting. Let's look at these other ones. Okay, so Wisconsin, he's at 51.2. Kamala Harris is at 47.3. Not too far behind. Before, I mean, she's really not that far behind him when you're looking at these. Look at this, Georgia. He's at 50.8. She's at 48.5. He has 2.6 million votes, and she has 2.4 million votes. Before, she was trailing behind him in a major way. But she's really, really jumped if you really look at these numbers here for these undecideds. Okay, so Pennsylvania, he's at 51.4 and she's at 47.7. So she's getting very, very close to him. Very, 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 very close. It's so interesting how this can jump so quickly. Kathy says, if all the folks seen that she is way, she's still and wanted her as a choice candidate, yeah, you could be their ticket to bring all the woes. True, nothing is happening without your allowing it to happen. Right. I mean, the only circumstance I can think of as far as if she were to take the ticket would be somebody else working through her. Okay. And Obama has been working through her and Joe Biden. We all know that. He literally told on himself back with his campaign where he was all like, I would like to be able to, have a fourth term or third term by being able to say something to people and kind of be behind the scenes and kind of say things to them and have them, say what I want them to say. I mean, Obama has been pulling the strings for a long time. He just kind of hides in the shadow. He's been about it.
Hello.
How are you?
All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
I was trying to give someone else a chance to call in first. I'm half asleep. I got one eye open and one eye closed.
Oh, I'm keeping you up. I feel bad, sis.
No, not really. I mean, it's interesting. I wouldn't have been watching if I hadn't been watching with you all.
Oh wow, all praises.
So it's all good. It's all good. I was just calling because I was thinking about something. The states, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I'm thinking that most of the states that are available that haven't came through, a lot of those states are states that Joe Biden won last time. And so Trump basically need to win they both do, really. They both need these states. They don't have anything that they could really just, lose. Okay, you've taken it down now. I had stepped out the room for a minute.
You talking about the map? You want me to bring it back up?
Yeah, I had stepped out of the room. Try not to wake my husband up. Well, he sleep hard anyway, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's bring it back up. So can you see it?
I don't see it yet.
Hold on.
I'm still looking at you and me.
Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure I can bring it up.
Okay, I see it now. I see it disappeared.
Okay. So you're saying that like when you talk about like Michigan, you talk about
this map right here.
Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, all of these are the states that Joe Biden Joe Biden took last.
He won a lot of these states last time. I know he won PA. It went away again. The states you call them brown, they actually purple. That's because they go back and forth. They like what do they call those swing states?
Swing states. Okay.
But a lot of times, and the reason why I know this stuff is because they tried to get me to be one of those electoral people. I never did. I don't vote anymore. But
wait. It looked like Hawaii just went blue.
They normally be blue. That's why it's normally blue. Obama he claimed Hawaii as his birthplace.
Right.
So they normally be blue, and Alaska normally is red. But I'm not for sure. I think Joe Biden may have won Alaska last time. I think Alaska may have been won by a Democrat.
I can look that up. I'm just curious if
he
did.
If he didn't win it, he got close to winning it.
Joe Biden.
Did he win Alaska? Because that's Sarah Palin. She put them on the map. What nobody think about it?
Yeah. No. Last time Joe Biden, Alaska was red.
Oh, it was red. Okay, well, it stayed red. Okay, it stayed. Yeah. Well, I think what it was, we thought we was going to get it. I say we because I used to be a Democrat.
Right.
But they thought that they was going to get Alaska because it got close. But it's always red. It's a Republican state.
Right.
Yeah. But
but I'm actually I'm looking at this. So let me show you this one. So this is the map from Joe Biden's election, and you can see most states that were red have always been red. But you're gonna notice, like, if you look at the map here, you're gonna notice, like, in this area, these areas, like this white area here, is now mostly red now, and you've got some blues that have now become red. So there's been a shift when you look at the old map versus where we
now
are
I'm
today
white.
with Joe Biden's election. Yeah, this little white area is now completely red, not even a little blue. So, and some of the blue here is still blue, and some of it is red. So there has been a shift. Like these areas, like Texas,
Those the ones that
the
they say
Midwest,
too close to count.
all red. Right, right. So I don't know. I mean, sis, I definitely think that there's something more to this. I
That
don't think it's
Texas is going to be red. Texas is one of the states that the Democrats been trying to flip for years. They ain't going to flip it no time soon because an election like this where they say all the country depend on it, that make everybody run to their corners. They ain't finna give it up like that. So I think it's going to stay red. But the thing that really, catch my eye is because I was still voting last year, y'all. I voted in the last election. I voted for Joe Biden. And that map looked just like it did, y'all. It did. That's why Trump was so mad. We knew, I kind of felt like Joe Biden was going to win because it looked like everybody took a deep breath when he got in the race. All right. So everybody threw their hat behind him where everybody was just unsure. And during the election, it looked just like it looked. And then, a lot of races were too close to call. And you saw that it took, some days even for the count to come in. But
yeah, it did.
it looked like it looked. Trump was never really much further than where he is now. That's why I wasn't shocked, because the Republican states, they get their counts first.
Right.
A lot of them southern, like our polls closed before anybody's. My polls was closed before you even started your live. We closed at 7. Well, 7 o'clock, we way ahead of you all. So that's why he got his numbers in so early like that and got
Yeah,
out
you
to
have
the
to
big
factor that
lead.
in
It
because
looked like he just really cutting up when really, no, it's just that the polls closed early. And those big states and that big part of the country you're looking at.
You there, sis? Uh-oh. I think we just lost her. You there, sis? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. You cut out for a second. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That's me walking. I'm walking through the house. Bad habit. No, I was saying that the Republican states are big states. Texas, huge. But look at California. It's more densely packed with people. And New York, little bitty little old state. But look at all the people there. Look at the millions of people that are there. So that you really can't go by how big the areas is that they're winning. Like Virginia, for instance, there's only a few Democratic counties, but they're big. They're big. The red counties are rural. That's in Virginia. My niece lives in Virginia, and but they somehow, most of the time, they pull it out that the Democrats will win Virginia. Did they win tonight?
Let's see. Let me check. I think they did win the Trump won VA. She just jumped again. Oh, it's getting very interesting, family.
Yeah, it's gonna get
she's at 210 and he's at 230. He's still sitting at 230, but
Y'all,
she
he
just
gonna
jumped to
sit at
210.
230. I just believe she gonna win, y'all. I'm gonna tell you another
No,
reason.
she got Virginia. She got VA.
She got Virginia. I figured she would. But check this out. This is another reason. I felt more comfortable typing it than saying it. But do you remember when he was our president? How he pulled us, he wanted us out of NATO, and he disconnected us from everything, right? Okay, so when everything go down, it's gonna be a one world order, meaning everything gonna be together.
Right.
So that don't mesh with what he want. He want us to be like off to ourselves. He don't want us to be a part of that. Well, that's what he said. Now, he don't mind being joined to Israel, but far as everybody else, not so much. Europe, not so much.
Right.
European Union, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
No, them daughters gonna be together.
Even United Nations, you can factor that in too.
Yeah, the United Nations, NATO, yeah, because that's where the army is gonna be coming from NATO. I mean, yeah, NATO.
Right.
Everybody, every country gonna have so many fighting folks.
Well, you know what? That's interesting though, because
Yeah.
I know you watched my teaching on Babylon and the fall of Babylon and Yahuwah bringing all these nations against America.
I've been
Right?
watching them for the last 30 years, looking
All
at
praises.
who's gonna be.
So I think that there's something to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it says it's going to be a king. That just as there was a king with the previous Babylons, there would be a king that would be in position in this Babylon right here. And so I'm thinking that there's something more to this, that because I mean he's like buddy with Israel, buddy. I mean he's the biggest brown noser.
Calling him that. They are
King.
calling
They was calling him King Cyrus. They was calling him King Cyrus.
But you know what? They feel like that about Charles too.
Oh, Charles.
They feel like that about him too. So I don't know what's up with them people. All I know is I've been had one good eyeball on Russia and another good eyeball on China. And if I had, and then I look cross-eyed over at Saudi Arabia. Because you know what? It's only so many countries are going to be able to amass those many people that's going to be in this army. Look at all the people. Look at all the people supposed to die. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
Wow. So I mean, it's just I'm keeping my eyes on these numbers, but it just
she jumped again, hasn't she?
Nah, she's at 210. He's 20 points ahead of her, 20 votes ahead of her.
Now think about it. She need 60.
Mm-hmm.
He need 40. That don't seem like a lot for either one of them. If you think about it, they neck and neck.
Pretty much.
They neck and neck. Yeah. This how it was, y'all. This how it was last time he ran
with Biden.
This how it. Yeah. This is pretty much how it was. Now, if he jump out and win Pennsylvania, or if he jump out and win Michigan, then you can see something different. Something different going on now. Biden also won Nevada. Now that was usually a red state, but he took it from them. Biden took it from the Republicans last time.
That's interesting because, like I said, for me, oh man, my woman calling me. Okay, you know what, y'all?
We gotta let you go let your.
Yeah, I got to tend to the missus. Y'all know how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. Family, I don't think we really gonna know anything until probably the next few days. But
next week sometime.
You know, we can right. If we find out anything, I'll be sure to, go live tomorrow. We could chill. But y'all been here with me, kicking it with me for 3 hours. It's late anyway. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all again for coming to the show.
You are so welcome.
Idiot Maccabee Jones, always a pleasure, beloved.
Always a pleasure. Good night, everybody.
All right, love you, sis. Take care. Shalom. All right, family. So we're gonna shut it down when the missus come calling. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right. I love y'all. All praises be to the Most High Yahuwah. Family, our captivity is coming to an end very soon. And in all of this political kabuki, let us not take our eyes off the Most High Yahuwah and his son Yahushua, because our Redeemer is coming. And as the Bible says, he is mighty and he is strong and he will recompense his children. This is a time of rejoicing. Don't let the doom and the gloom and all of the, all this other stuff going on make you forget what he has promised his children. What Yahuwah says will not fail. He is not lacking his word. Okay? And our redemption is coming. I love you all. You guys all have a great, great night. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the Akeem, to the brothers, to the Akutim, sisters. Love y'all so much. All praises and esteem be to Yahuwah. And remember, Babylon is going to fall. Shalom.
Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. I don't trust these politicians cause they play in their position. Donald Trump is your enemy, controlled opposition. I ain't voted since 2012, was backing Obama. Till we supported gay marriage, that's what started the drama. I don't care about this country, you could say that it's treason. Killing babies in the millions, that's just one of my reasons. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. Look, politicians playing their position. I don't vote, no, that is my decision. George Bush, skull and bones, it's the same with the Clintons. Politicians rock the boat and they pushing their division. It's controlled on both sides, be it left or the right. They don't care about your kids or your life or your wife. They say all the right things, that is how they entice. Everything they do is scripted and they laugh while you fight. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. Hey, it's good versus evil, it's the armor of Yah. And it's darkness versus light, cause I'm a soldier of Yah. If you truly love Yahuwah, keep the Torah, that's law. Babylon is gonna fall and you need to withdraw. Yeah, so the truth of the matter is, America is Mystery Babylon. Everything about this country is Babylonian. They killing babies, legalizing gay marriage, pushing transgenderism on your kids, grooming little kids through Disney. You cannot love this country and love the Most High. Revelations 18:4 says, "Come out of her, my people, that you not be partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues." Coming out of her means the political system, the Babylonian holidays, the traditions of men. Let it all go. Because judgment is coming to this nation and its fate is sealed. You can't be a patriot and love the Most High. Make a decision. Babylon is falling. Come out of her, my people.
Be cheesy.